Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Chella. Am I late starting this vlog? Of course I am. Who am I if not myself? And yes, today is Wednesday, April 8th. It is 1:36 p.m. I'm in Thailand. If you didn't see the previous video about me explaining where I am, what's been happening, that is where I am now. It is Wednesday. I did have all of the plans to start this on Monday, but it didn't happen. Sorry. But here we are, Wednesday. I want to say hello. Hello, honey. You're so cute. Say hello. Hello. Oh. But I decided to start it today because, I was dressed. I've been reading, and you know what? I finally decided on my higher calling. Well, before I get into all that, let me just back it on up a little bit. If you do enjoy my videos, please feel free to give a like and subscribe. I would love to have you here. It really makes my day, and I do love seeing you here about the higher calling. So as if you guys know, and I'd be very surprised if you don't, April is the spring equinox for the Magical Readathon, created by G from Book Roast. I'll leave the links linked down below. I thought, because I graduated from my calling in autumn last year, because I did my 4 years for Master of Elements, I thought I would just be choosing a new calling and doing another 4 years. But G actually created higher callings, kind of like higher education, and people who graduated can do that. And so I was like, okay, this is great. That means I don't have to choose another calling, even though I would. But here we are. So I was having trouble picking my higher calling, so I was talking to my husband last night about it because I kept forgetting to talk to him about it so that I could start this vlog, because I needed to choose one in order to start my higher calling. With the higher callings, it's not like you have to complete certain prompts within the Magical Readathon. There is prompts, but it can take as much time as in years as you want, because it's like a progress bar instead of a checklist. So it's like how many you have a certain number of pages to complete per equinox, and then you can only count them for those. You get what I'm saying. So I was between arch librarian and dracologist, because I did Master of Elements for my calling, and for dracologist there is like a requirement adjustment for that. So instead of 4,000 pages for spring and 4,400 for autumn, I would get 3,600 for spring and 4,000 for autumn. But then arch librarian, as she said, is like the final boss of the higher callings, and it's like the most, like 15,000 per spring and autumn, and like it's harder to do stuff that's gonna fulfill the prompts, because you have prompts that if the book fits that prompt, then they can be accounted for the page count. And with arch librarian, it is a book over 600 pages, and also entire series start to finish. It could be one or the other. It doesn't have to be both. Book over 600 pages, I'm pretty sure that's like, I don't mind reading books that are over 600 pages, but it's the entire series from start to finish that I was a little confused on. So I'm just gonna do my best. And so dracologist would have been easier, and I do like the thought of that calling, and maybe one day I'll maybe do that. But I think I'm gonna go with arch librarian. I know that's like crazy, and that's a lot of pages, but you know what? It's a challenge. And I don't mind a challenge. So arch librarian, the research requirements, spring is 15,000, autumn is also 15,000. The subject criteria is a book over 600 pages, like I said, and or an entire series start to finish. So, like I said, it is a Wednesday, April 7th, and I have been reading. Literally been reading only one series, which I'm gonna count. And let me explain why. Mochi, why are you crying? I will explain why. I might be like kind of twisting this a little bit. Hear me out. I'm on the 8th Hannah Swenson book by Joanne Fluke. I'm on the 8th one currently. And so I am going to try to read all of them within April. That's my goal. There is a lot. There is like 29. There was supposed to be a 30th one, but it seems like that's been canceled, and I don't know if it's ever going to come out, but there's 29. So, you know what? I've been blowing through them like nothing. So, well, okay, not like nothing. I'm only on the 8th one. What am I talking about? But I think I'm going to go that route. First one's Chocolate Chip Cookie Murders, and I did read that last year in September. The second one is Strawberry Shortcake Murder, which I read in October of last year, so 2025. But since it was only 2 out of the 29, I'm gonna count it as reading a series from start to finish, because those are only 2 books. I'm doing it, okay? I know I'm kind of like really twisting this a little bit, but I think I'm reading quite a bit of them during this readathon to count as series start to finish. I just finished the third one. I started at the end of March, the 28th, but I finished it in April. So I'm gonna count it. So yeah, I'm still twisting it a little bit, but from then on, I've been reading them all this month. So from then, the 4th, the 5th, 6th, and I'm on the 7th. I finished the 7th. I'm on the 8th currently. I'm counting it. So I'm going to do our Large Librarian, and then I'm going to count all of those pages at the end of this spring equinox. So I should have a decent not a decent, at least a little bit of the 15,000 pages done, but I think I'm just going to focus all of my energy on reading the Hannah Swenson mystery books by Joanne Fluke, but I am also supposed to be reading The Man Who Died Twice with my friends from back in the States. So I need to read my 10 chapters of this as well. I will get to that at some point. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing that. Today, me and my husband are going to be going to the movies to see Hoppers. I'm very excited. I'm probably not going to take this camera, but I'll try to see if I can get some footage on my phone. I just am not comfortable taking this yet. Bear with me a little bit while we work on that. Right, Mochi? I'm going to be doing that. I will at some point read my 10 chapters of this. I've been reading the 8th Hannah Swenson on my phone, on my Libby app, because for some reason some of them, even though I'm using the same library card, some of them are on the Kobo Overdrive, which is through the same library card, and some are not. So sometimes I have to go back and forth from my Kobo to my phone, but it's fine. We will get through it. But I am on the 8th one, which is the Cherry Cheesecake Murder. I'll be doing that, reading the Richard Osman book, going to the movies. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Yeah, I'm gonna try to take you along with me as best as I can. If it's not on this camera, it's gonna be on my phone. Oh, now I'm back where there's Kinokuniya, right? So I was looking on the website, and the Richard Osman books, the Thirsty Murder Club books, they have the UK paperbacks. I've already warned my husband I really want the UK paperbacks of this series. Because one, I love the first one. The UK covers are just so pretty. I need them. So that will be something I want to get at some point. My boxes of my other books will not be here for like quite a few months. So that's womp womp sad. But I have these, and we'll be moving in a month. I want to see Mochi Girl. Mojo. Oh, look at you. Oh, look how pretty you are. Oh. So pretty. That is what's happening. I will try to take you with me. I have to get back into the swing of vlogging because it's been a while because all that stuff was going on. And, it's been a time. But I have more time on my hands. I've been reading a lot. Like I said, I have been just binging pretty much these Hannah Swenson books. I'm supposed to be reading The Man Who Died Twice, which I am very excited to read, but I've been really enjoying the Hannah Swenson books. Are they pretty repetitive? Sure. Are they not that well written? Sure. But I'm having a grand old time, and it really makes me want to get more into mystery, cozy mysteries, because I do like that concept of cozy mysteries. And I do kind of want to dabble in thrillers and stuff. We'll see. And I have some ideas for things that I want to do, like different vlogs and stuff. But we're going to be focusing on doing stuff for the Magical Readathon. But I will talk about the ones that I've already read. So the first one I think I've already talked about in a vlog. And I'm not sure if I talked about the second one. I'm not going to really remember too much because they're very similar. But it's pretty much just following Hannah Swenson, who owns a cookie shop called Cookie Jar, and she stumbles across dead bodies a lot, and she solves the murder. That's pretty much it. It's pretty fun. It's like a small town kind of vibe. First, this year, finished the Blueberry Muffin Murder, which I started like when I was waiting to get checked in for my flights before I got here. And then I didn't finish it until I actually was here in April. I finished it April 3rd. The Blueberry Muffin Murder, these all start to blend together, but I finished that one. I've given all of them except for one 3 stars. And then I completed Lemon Meringue Pie Murder, which is set during summer, and her sister comes to visit and everything, and shenanigans ensue. There is like this love triangle going on, which I don't really care for, and I'm really ready for it to be done. I don't really care for it, but you know, here we are. Hannah Swenson can be kind of annoying in her thought process and things that she's doing in her justification for keeping both of these guys, and they're kind of fine with it, but at the same time it's like, miss me, okay? And then there was Fudge Cupcake Murder, which there's like a cookbook that a lot of people from the town has having a recipe put in, so they did this whole like potluck buffet dinner thing testing the recipes. So that was that one. Sugar Cookie Murder was more of a Christmas one, which was set in just one setting the whole time, and that one wasn't as good to me. That's the only one that I gave 2 stars so far. Everything else was 3. It's not good enough to get 4 or 5, but it's, you know, middle of the road fine. And then Peach Cobbler Murder I finished last night / this morning, and it was actually more interesting because it was more, I'm not going to say because I don't want to spoil anything, and it's the 7th one, but it was more interesting, especially after Sugar Cookie Murder. And then currently I'm on Cherry Cheesecake Murder, which is, there's a movie doing shots in the little town. Things ensue from there. You kind of get a prologue that pretty much tells you what's going to happen, but you don't know who done it, why it's happening, what's going on there. But I'm intrigued enough, and so I'm on the 7th. No, I'm on the 8th one. I need to try to keep track of this. That's what I'm going to be doing, is trying to read all of the Hannah Swenson mysteries this month. Like I said, we're going to be going to the movies. Our movie is at 5. It is currently 1:53. My husband is currently working. He'll be done around 3. He'll be then coming home, taking a shower, and then I think we're going to be piecing out of here to go to the movies. I did have to get used to riding on the back of a scooter bike thing, and it's a lot to get used to because that's a very popular mode of transportation, and that's what my husband drives. It's more affordable than a car and stuff, and it's very prevalent here. It's whatever, but it's very scary. So I have a helmet, which I do have stickers on. I'll show you. Here is my helmet. Isn't she a beauty? I don't care for this stuff. I want to take it off, but there is no way for me to do that because I think the waterproofing makes it impossible to get the sticker off. So I had to make do. So I put the little Thursday Murder Club sticker with the fox right here, and then I have the Thursday Murder Club official member sticker there. I wanted to add more, but I have to wait till I get stickers that would probably go. I do have Dungeon Crawler Carl ones, and there's 2 other Murder Club ones, but I don't think that they would look good on here. So this is my helmet. I have a tinted visor. Is it big for my head? Yes, it is, because it's a medium and my head is unnaturally small. That's pretty much it for this intro and update. It's already been 19 minutes. That's pretty crazy, but again, I'll try to get maybe some footage on my phone of us going to the movie, because I don't want to take this camera. It was very expensive, and I don't really want to break it, so I will continue reading until Will gets here, and then we'll leave. At some point, I will read my 10 chapters of this book, but I'm just like so in the zone with Hannah Swenson that I just want to continue. But anyways, that is all for me right now. I will catch up with you when I have an update. Hello, I'm popping into update. It is Thursday, April 9th. It is 1:39 p.m. As you would have seen in any of the clips for B-roll that I got. Me and my husband, like I said, went to see that movie, Hoppers. Oh my god, it was so cute. It made me cry a few times. Oh my god, I just loved it. That was good. And then we went to eat at Hachiban, which is one of my favorite ramen places here. I love that ramen. And then we got some maru waffle as a dessert, and we came back. I read more of my book, Cherry Cheesecake Murder, while my husband went to bed, and then I finished it just a minute ago. But I wanted to pop in an update. Sorry if you can hear anything in the background. I still have my video playing because I don't like the quiet. But I was like, you know what? I might as well update since I just finished the book. Cherry Cheesecake Murder is the 8th book in the Hannah Swenson. This one pretty much has like a movie aspect to it where there's a movie being, like, some scenes being filmed in their small town and everything, and then there's a murder. I gave it 2 stars. So usually the books are 3 stars. There's only been one other 2-star for these books. And my issue with this one is that, I mean, they're all pretty much relatively the same. It's very repetitive, but I don't mind that necessarily all the time. My problem with this one is that, one, the murder didn't end up happening until very far into the book. And then 2, it was pretty obvious to me who did it, but yet it took them literally only a bit from the end of the book to figure it out. I'm like, it was so obvious who it was. Like, what? I didn't care for it. And the fact that it took so long for the murder to even happen. They had a prologue where you see the murder, and then it's like 2 weeks before. It took so long. Usually the murder happens pretty quick within the books, but this one, nope. It like, there was so much of the movie being filmed, setting up certain things, a lot of things that maybe didn't need to be have so much time spent on it, and then the random thing that was just popped in there for some weird reason. I don't know. It was not my favorite. I wouldn't say that this is like a favorite series. I'm just enjoying my time reading them. They're very quick and easy. It's very no thoughts, head empty kind of reading, and I'm enjoying that, especially since I'm still getting acclimated to being here, and, you know, I'm getting back into the groove of reading and filming, editing. So it's been nice having something that I know the process of, you know, not having to get into something new. I didn't really care for this one as much. It was a 2-star compared to all the other 3 stars that I've given. On top of that, the love triangle became, another person came in, and it doesn't seem like someone who's gonna, I feel like they're gonna come in later on again, but it's just like, this chick just wants to have her cake and eat it too. And these 2 guys are fine with it. I'm just like, girl, get a grip. Choose one or neither. Like, let's move it the fuck along, or have a polyamorous relationship, but clearly they don't want that. So, but I mean, I'm just getting a little annoyed with that as well. Sometimes I don't mind a love triangle, but this, I'm just starting to, this one was not for me. The next one is Key Lime Pie Murder, which I also have to read on my phone because it's not available through my library card on the Kobo. So I have 3 more library, like Libby ones, that I have to read on my phone before I can go back to my Kobo. I'm gonna move on to the next one. So I'm on 9 now, and it's the 9th of April. I am going to continue on. I've done my things that I needed to do. I did the dishes, which there wasn't really many. I did Mochi's litter box. I made toast to eat. And then I finished the book, and it's only 1:44. Oh, I took the trash out. And Will be done with work at around 3, so yeah, I don't think we have any plans for today. We'll see. I'll probably be reading and then hanging out with him. So I'm having a good time. Make sure to update, because I didn't want to not update like I tend to usually do. Can't promise that there won't be days that I will forget to update, because that definitely will happen, and I know this is making a noise. Sorry. I do have my best books edited. I just need to make a thumbnail. I literally have it exported, but I still haven't made the thumbnail to upload that. And then I need to edit the update video that I did, and then I need to get that situated. But I don't feel like doing that today, so maybe tomorrow, because tomorrow Will works the longer hours. I guess I could do that. Decisions. But I'm going to go and start reading the next book. Let me get it popped up here. Key lime pie murder. I don't know why it's doing this where it's like cutting off the cover, whatever. But anyways, I'm gonna start reading this and I will pop in if I have anything to say, but I just wanted to, you know, the movie was so cute. It was just, I literally probably was the only grown-ass adult in that movie theater that was crying. But there's like an element of like a grandma in there, and that just hit me in the heart because I lost my grandmother when I was 19 and I was literally in the room with her. So it was in me, like I was close with my grandmother and my grandfather. My grandfather is still alive. He's in Puerto Rico, but I was close. I was always at my grandmother's house with them, hanging out with them. It just hit me in the heart. And then just the point of the film, what happens at the end of the film, and just, it really, my heart hurt. And I probably was the only adult crying. I know I was the only adult crying. Will said that it did, like, get him in the feels a few times, so, but he doesn't cry, so, yeah, it was so good. I recommend Hoppers. It was so cute. I loved it. I loved it so much. It was also so funny at times, but I'm a child. I'm a child at heart, let's be honest. So, it was so cute, and then the ramen was delicious. I missed having Hachiban. And then Maru waffle. Oh, I was so happy when I knew I was coming back to Thailand because I love Maru waffle. It's so good. I hope some point soon we'll be getting my nail stuff because I desperately need to do them. They're like on their last leg and I did lose a nail. So I need to reform one. You know, these things cost a lot of money, so I can wait. I will survive. If I need to redo all of them, fine, whatever. It's just gonna take 10 times longer to do, but I'm willing to do it. So I'm just gonna skedaddle and start reading the next one because I have 20 more to go. So, because I'm on the 9th one and there's 29 out, and I don't know if the 30th one is ever gonna come out. Because I was gonna try to buy them, but I'm like, what's the point if they're never gonna be finished? So I'm going to just continue on my Kobo and library app. I could buy them on the Kobo. It's not like I can't, but I don't want to spend that money, you know? So I'm going to go do that. I'm going to stop rambling and I'm going to go actually start reading. And I will see you when I have something to update. Well, today is now April 10th. It is a Friday. My husband is working. It is 6:20 p.m. I know it's pretty late for me to update, but you know, I've been busy actually all day. I think I've said before that I've had my best books finished editing like a few days ago. I just need to do the thumbnail. I finally had my husband help me with the thumbnail. I got that already exported. Well, that's been exported. It's now scheduled on YouTube. I finished editing my update and everything. Did the thumbnail for that. That's scheduled. And I was just putting my clips for this in so I could start editing this. I know, who am I? Unheard of for me to be on top of anything. I did not get all of the clips edited. I have the update that's before this that I haven't started updating. I did the intro and initial clip and some of the b-roll from there, but it's a start, so I did get that done. So I figured I'll update now because I've done so much. And you know, I did finish another one of the Hannah Swenson books. I am now on Cake Murder, which is the 10th one. I think I talked about the key lime pie. No, I didn't, because that's the one I finished last night. Key lime pie murder was the 9th one, and that one is following. It's in summer, and there's a fair or carnival going on, and it's Hannah Swenson is one of the judges on the baking contest thing, and then each day there's a different grouping of desserts that are being judged. Her sister Michelle is in the Tri-County Miss Tri-County contest. It's like a beauty contest. And her other sister Andrea is in the mother-daughter look-alike contest. So there's a lot going on. So one of the people that Hannah is judging the baking contest with dies, and it's trying to figure out what would happen, and there's secrets that come out about her, and it's trying to figure out who done it. Pretty much like any other cozy mystery. So that's that one. I did enjoy it for the most part. I mean, I thought it was pretty obvious, but you know, with these, you can take what you get, you know? I did call who was again, but you know, that's par for the course for it being the 9th Hannah Swenson book that I am reading. But I didn't mind it. It was 3 stars. And now I did start last night because I was having a rough night. So I did start Carrot Cake Murder, which is the 10th one, which is Lisa and Herb, who are in the books. This, like, you meet them pretty early on, are having a family reunion, and a long lost relative who disappeared at one point comes back. Things go from there, and Hannah, of course, finds the body, and it's figuring things out from there. I think I'm like 40%. No, I'm not 40%. What am I talking about? I'm on page 266 of 656, but that is including like the extra bits at the end. But I'm having a decent time. I'm wondering where it's going. I have a hunch, and you know, it doesn't matter. With these, I really don't care. They're predictable. They're like samey. Each one, there is literally 29 of these books, but you know, I'm having a good time. It's comforting, actually. I'm finding myself being comforted by reading this. It's not hard. It's simple. It's easy to get through, and I'm having a decent time. Like, not everyone is great, and they're all minus a few of them 2 stars, so you know, I'm having a decent time. But I did get a lot done today, and it's already 6:24 p.m. so I think I'm gonna be done with editing and looking at this computer. I was gonna play some games on my other laptop, but you know, I think I'm just gonna go back to reading and everything. My husband won't be getting home until late today, so womp womp. Just been hanging out with my laptop working. I have been really enjoying the Jif peanut butter and chocolate peanut butter thing. I've been really enjoying that. I had that with Granny Smith apples. I don't have any more Granny Smith apples, but I did have it earlier with just toast, and it was so good. I do really enjoy that. It is very good. I do in fact like that. These chocolate bars are like, they're M&M's, crispy M&M's chocolate bars. I love these. When I left, I was very sad because it is so good. I don't know where they're originally from. It looks like it's originally from Korea, maybe, but don't quote me. But I really love these, so I'm happy to be able to eat those again. Probably gonna go back to reading the book. Not much else is happening. You know, it's just a normal day. I mean, I haven't really been working on my editing and stuff, but you know, I finally did have 2 of them scheduled. One for today, Friday. It's gonna be going up. I still have it set to New York time, because that's just a lot of the people I think that watch my videos are from the States, so I have that set for tonight, and then the next video will be out Wednesday. That's all I have so far, but I have started editing this vlog, and I am very happy about that. I don't know what's with Mochi. She's been hanging out with me on the bed today. Over here, I do have some B-roll clips of it, but I don't know. She's been hanging out with me. Right, Mochi-shima? Right, honey? Oh. Did you want to hang out with me? Yeah. Oh, what a cutie. I guess I'll just hang out with little Mochi girl over here and be done with this for today. Well, it works not as long as today, but still longer hours tomorrow and Sunday. But then he has 3 days off, so that's great. We'll be able to hang out, do stuff together, and have a good time. But that is all I have for you right now, and I'm gonna go continue reading and let's see what book I can get to by tomorrow. I will pop in if there's anything else I need to update, but you will see me in my next clip. Hello. I know this is the same shirt, but it is a different day. But you know, this is what I wear around the apartment, so mind your business. But it is now April 12th. It's Sunday. It is 12:23 here in Thailand. My husband left a bit ago to go to work, and I got all the things that I needed to get done. I didn't come in yesterday because I just, was not. I just didn't. I ended up reading some, and then I played some of my games on my computer. And so my husband came home, and then at dinner, it was a good time, and I went back to reading. I did finish the book I was on, which was Cream Puff Murder, which was the 11th Hannah Swenson book. I gave that a 2. It was a little annoying because it was a recycled plot where one of the guys, because she's dating 2, but there's technically 3 guys that she's technically talking to, Hannah Swenson. And the one just isn't like in town or anything. The 2 that have been from the jump. And sorry, I don't have my microphone. I'm lazy. I just wanted to do this real quick. So she has 2, Norman and Mike. I'm just so sick and tired of this love triangle, this love square at this point. And I'm so tired because Mike, she just needs to drop Mike. Needs to drop him like a bad habit, because he is a misogynist, he's sexist, he doesn't even have the ability to just be honest with her when his eyes are roaming. Keeps telling her nothing's going on, but then in Cream Puff Murder, I hope it's not a spoiler, that whole plotline was also reused, and he's just I just don't like him. And I'm now in Plum Pudding Murder. Do you like my the back of my Kobo? I know it is beautiful. I just haven't. And then my little things, it's Felix and Bonchan. I know. If you could know, I do love Lino as well, but I don't have his. I don't think I could fit another one on there. If I could, I would. So now I'm on Plum Pudding Murder, which is the 12th. And with everything that happened with Mike at the end of, in Cream Puff Murder, I thought maybe she would have dropped him like a bad habit, like I said. But it doesn't seem like it. I haven't gotten really to where she's said anything about it. I'm just preemptively coming in here and being like, I swear to fucking God, if she has not just stopped with this guy, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit, because why keep doing this? She knows that she doesn't have the right to be mad at him for being fooling around with other people because they are not exclusive, but she's hurt by it. It's like, well, then don't do this with him. Clearly this is not good for you. Then even if you don't want to marry Norman, you don't have to have Mike on the side as well. I don't understand. Mike is just a cop, A cop is a cop is a cop is a cop. He's a cop. He's a detective, technically, but I'm just like, I swear, if she is still doing this whole Norman and Mike thing, I don't care. She needs to drop him. This is the millionth time with him that she's gotten mad, and I just need her. But just with the Cream Puff Murder, it was a lot. Also, the recycled plotline of her trying to lose weight again, and it's the amount of times they always have to bring up her weight. It was written in a different time, I guess. I don't know when it was written. I understand people being so obsessed with other people's weight and being even a little bit overweight. It's bad. I don't really want to keep reading that. I mean, she was exercising, that's great. And then the things that she saw during the Cream Puff Murder, I'm like, drop mic, please. Please, please, please. I'm just sick and tired of it. You don't have to end up with Norman, but please just stop with this mic bullshit. It is not serving you, and it's definitely not fucking serving me. So let's just drop it like a bad habit. But anyways, I'm gonna continue reading the Plum Pudding Murder, which is a Christmassy one. Continue on, but I was talking to my husband, and I was looking. I'm like, I would have to just like literally read every second to finish all of these books, which I want to play my game though. So I'm gonna have to figure something out. Maybe an hour of playing, an hour of reading. Switch off, because I'm on 12 out of 29. So yeah, it's already the 12th, so we'll see. But I just wanted to pop it. I know I'm like always right here, but there's like really nowhere else for me to go. This is like a studio apartment, and you know what? I don't always want to be in front of the bookshelves. And I'm lazy. But no, it is a new day. I am in the same shirt, mind your business. I literally wear this in the apartment. I did make food. I had a sandwich and everything, but yeah. So I'm gonna try to continue reading for a bit and then maybe play a game for a little bit. We'll see. But Songkran, I forget how to pronounce it properly, but it's gonna be happening for Monday. It's gonna be happening Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's like a holiday here in Thailand where people throw water on each other. There's a lot more to it than that, but that's like the dumbed down version that I can think of right now. So my husband's not working those 3 days so we're gonna be spending time here. So he's gonna get some drinks maybe, and we'll see what happens. But I'll definitely be reading. But yeah, so today is Sunday, and he's out working until like 7:30, I think. But I'm gonna be reading. I'm gonna be reading on my beautiful Gobo. I do love it. I cannot stress enough how much I love what I did with this. There were other photo cards on here, but once Do It came out and the lenticular cards happened, and the I just was like, this is the vibe. It goes really well with my pop socket, which is Stitch. So I do love my Kobo a lot. So I'm just rambling at this point, but Mochi, I'll include a little B-roll moment after this of Mochi's new spot that she really likes is in the closet, in the wardrobe, where Will had his stuff, like his clothes. She's kind of pushed them over a bit, but she like will get herself in back there. You'll see in the video, but yeah. So she's been doing that. That's pretty much all that's going on. Is not very exciting today. I am waiting for a cross stitch kit that I ordered. It's probably not gonna be here for a little bit. We have to at the end of this month get ready to move because we're moving in the beginning of May to a new apartment. But I'm gonna continue reading, and I swear I'm so sick and tired of this mic thing. Very sick and tired. But in here, let me continue reading and see what. But I will see you when I have something to update. Still the same date. It is still Sunday, April 12th. It is 3:37 p.m. now, and I've been reading. I just needed to pop it because I'm getting more and more sick and tired of this whole Mike and Norman thing, especially the Mike thing, because she was so upset. Like, she clearly doesn't like hearing about him being with other women. So why, even after the things that happened in the last book, would you continue with this man? And then there's like this thing, there's like this restaurant, like this inn that they go to, and there's like certain booths that have air curtain off, and then if you have, like, people can choose to have the curtain closed and you don't know who's in that booth. And so Hannah and Norman are there, and they're trying to figure out who's in this booth and blah blah, and then they're talking to Mike about it. Well, Norman is, and Hannah's eavesdropping. And Mike's like, well, remind me never to be in one of those booths around Hannah, because clearly he's implying about him being in there with another person. And then she's like, oh, thinking of like being upset and blah blah blah. It's like, girl, then why are you doing this? Why continue with this man? You have all these problems with him, and yet you want to keep telling me about how hot he is, how he makes you feel, and all this other bullshit. It's like, this doesn't feel like it's worth all of that. Like, I'm sick and tired of you getting sad about hearing him be with another woman and everything that happened in the previous book. And it's like, then drop him. Like, why? And like, then there was a part where she was talking about why every time she starts to think that she'll say yes to Norman, Mike is like one of the reasons why she can't. And yet she was talking about how if she married Norman, she would never have to worry about him wanting to be with ending up with another woman, or if she went out or he went away for a while, she wouldn't have to worry about him cheating on her. But Mike, if she said if she was married to Mike, she would always have to be worried about him going off like on a trip or whatever and not ending up cheating on her. It's like, then why the fuck are you continuing this thing with him? If you can't handle it, like, why continue? Like, if you don't plan on ever marrying him, and this, like, if you're gonna continue to be upset about it, don't fucking be with him. He's annoying. Him being hot and shit does not a fun time make. Like, why even waste your goddamn time? Like, this whole thing with her and Mike, I'm just so sick and tired. Like, I am sick and tired of, clearly Joanne is like building up Mike's character to be like both hot and also not a good guy, and it's like then wake the fuck up, wake the fuck up, stand the fuck up, you know, have some fucking self-respect, and just not deal. Like, you could be his friend, you don't gotta be dating him. If you don't think that he, like, if you are telling me as the reader that you think that if you married, the problem if you married him is that you would be worried about if he would cheat on you, then why even continue this? Like, I'm so sick and tired of it. Like, I don't want to hear it. I don't even, like, I'm not even saying that I want her to end up with Norman. I'm not even saying that. But it's like, why? And then we all know that this Ross guy is also in the background. It's just not being talked about right now. But he does come up every once in a while. It's like, just stop with this whole Mike bullshit. Just stop. Like, sit down, shut the fuck up, have some self-respect. If you have to worry about if you were to marry him going away and not knowing if he's gonna cheat on you or not, or be looking, like, then you have your answer right there. He's not worth the time. Like, have some fucking self-respect. Like, what? And I'm just tired of the whole Mike thing. And it's like, and the way like he acts, she pretty much has been solving these murders, right? It's a cozy mystery, we all know this. But then he acts like she's not capable and he's the authority because he's he's a detective, and that she couldn't possibly understand how to do it and all this other stuff. And yet he's a misogynist, a sexist, whatever you want to call him. He's a womanizer. He's selfish. Why even continue? Like, it's pissing me off. Like, Norman's a good guy. Like, I don't dislike Norman. But, like, come on. Just leave Mike high and dry. Like, stop being upset and getting talking about how angry you are about these things that he's doing, the things that he's saying, like, how he could possibly think this of you, and like doing all this stuff, and then you continue going back to him, giving him coffee and cookies. Like, come on. Yeah, I'm just aggravated. But I'm on page 397 in the ebook copy. On chapter 18, I'm like, it says 63% through the book, and it says I have 2 hours to go. It says it on the screen. So I'm gonna continue, but just know, Mike ain't shit, and Hannah has no fucking self-respect. Like, girl, I don't have sympathy for you at this point. I have none. 0. You continue to stay with this guy, dating him. Yeah, you're not exclusive, so why the fuck would you continue this? Why? But I'm gonna continue reading. I'm gonna continue. It is 3:43 now, and let's see. I'm hoping to finish this soon. and move on to the next one. I'm really hoping I can finish these before the end of April, because I really want to count this for my higher calling. So I'm gonna continue, and I'll pop in if I have any more updates. If not, you'll maybe see me tomorrow. Maybe. My husband is gonna be home for the next 3 days, so no promises, because I don't really like filming in front of him, but we'll see. We'll see. But I will come back at you if I have something more to say. Hello! It is still Sunday, April 12th. It is now 5:25 p.m. and I have finished the book. I have finished Plum Pudding Murder. Oh my god, I already forgot. Yeah, Plum Pudding Murder, which was the 12th Hannah Swenson book. I have finished it, as I've popped in numerous times during my reading today of Plum Pudding Murder. I've been annoyed with Mike, and you know what? It's just never gonna change, so I'm just gonna let it go. But it is annoying, and it is what it is, I guess. She's just gonna continue looking past these things because there's some things that he does that are great, and the way he looks and all this other stuff, fine, girl, whatever. Bye. But whatever. So my thoughts in total, because this one is pretty much set during Christmas. There is this Christmas tree lot thing that was set up, from the beginning, who's going to be killed and everything, but you don't know who or why. But you can kind of get in from the first chapter because it's in the person who gets killed perspective. Like, they're kind of a little shady, a little scummy, but you don't know, like, in what way or anything like that. I mean, I've read it now 12 of these. I've read 10 of them in quick succession, but 12 in total. And they are formulaic. They're pretty much the same. The only thing is sometimes I think that the murder happens sooner in a book than other times. And I do like when it happens sooner. Because some of the things that are happening in the book, when it's not until later, it's things are just drawn out. There's like just random bits that I'm just like, okay, can we just move along, please? This one is just them. There's like some shady things going on with money and everything with this guy, and then there's a lot of different things that are in other previous books, so I can't really talk much about it because it is the 12th in a series. My thoughts in total are that some things I think were just drawn out, didn't need to be drawn out. Mike missed me. Also, the person that comes in that you already know about from like the beginning, it's like a backstory of Hannah's from the jump, but then something comes into play in this book, and at the end I was like, I saw it coming from a mile away, but that is just like par for the course for this kind of series and everything. But I don't know why certain things really need to be in this. Like the amount of times that if Hannah is talking about wanting to curse, like she always says it's something that she would never say in the vicinity of her nieces. And I'm like, okay, miss me, please. Like, oh my god. And just some of the things that Hannah does in her thought process, I'm just like, girl. Like Joanne wants me to believe that Hannah Swenson is smart. But some of the things that she does and the things that she doesn't connect, it's like, girl, come the fuck on. That was like glaringly obvious. But that's me as the reader, blah 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 blah. But I mean, I gave it a 2. I gave it a 2 because with the mic thing, she has no self-respect, I guess. No self-respect. That's like a big thing. And then this person coming in to play now from her past. I'm just like, I don't know what I expected. I mean, clearly that was going to happen at some point. But I don't know why she just isn't upfront with certain people about it. A lot of times there is moments where I'm like, you guys could just communicate these things and get it out in the open and we could all figure this out and we can move on. Just like with the whole Mike stuff. Like, Hannah doesn't ever tell him how she's feeling or all these other things, especially when it comes to other women. And it's like, girl, if you would just talk to him about it, you would have your answer. And I know he likes to lie and say that nothing is going on and blah blah blah, but whatever. If you don't want to stand up for yourself, then fine. I don't want to hear it. Essentially, the whole thing was predictable, but that's fine. I'm still having a decent time. I'm flying through them. I'm just hoping I can finish them by the end of the month. But I did complete Plum Pudding Murder. I did finish it. pats on the back, and it's only 5:30. So I think what I'm going to do, because I do already have the next one on my Kobo ready to go, Apple Turnover Murder, which is the 13th one. But I think I'm going to take a break to maybe play some of my games on my laptop, and then I'll go back into reading it. I already finished a book. I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm on number 13 out of 29. It's a 12. I can't do math, but I'm going to probably do that. Mochi's in her spot in the closet, and I'm just waiting for my husband to get home. I was hoping he would be home by now, but oh, he's on his way back now, so I should probably wrap this up before he gets home. I mean, I think he's probably gonna go to the store because we're gonna be in for the next 3 days because Songkran is gonna be happening, and people are already starting their water gun thing already, so we'll be inside for the next 3 days. I do not want to be caught by anyone's trying to get me wet. No. That's not wrong, but you know, it's a thing here where they like throw water at each other. It's just a whole thing, and I don't wanna do it. And I'm good. So let me figure out with my husband what we're doing for food and everything. And yeah, I'll probably update you maybe tomorrow, but again, my husband will be home, and I'm awkward when it comes to filming in front of other people, so we'll see. We will see. But I just wanted to come in and let you know that I finished the book. I gave it a 2. I did not really care for some of the things that happened in it and some of the people, and I don't know if I'm liking who's going to be coming into it, but we will see. I'm probably gonna talk to Will and then play some game for a bit. And I will see you whenever there's something new that comes up. But that's all I got for you now. I'm just rambling. And I will see you in my next update. Hello, it's me. Has it been 3 days? Yes, it has. I did warn you that I probably not update when Will was here because he had 3 days off because it was Songkran here in Thailand, and so he took off those 3 days, and we had a great time. But yeah, I did not update because your girl is awkward in front of people when trying to film, so I didn't even try. So here we are. It is now Thursday, April 16th. It's 11:30 a.m. and I've gotten some stuff done. I did the dishes. I took the trash out. I ate, and I had to rewash my hair because I think the humidity or something is making it not cooperate the way I want it to. So did that. But I have been reading. It's not like I haven't been reading. I did read those 3 days. So I don't know where I was when I last checked in. I am now on Cinnamon Roll Murder, which is the 15th Hannah Swenson book. And I did, change of scenery. It's still on the bed. It's just a different background. You can see the books behind me. I am reading the 15th one. I really don't remember the last one I updated you with, but I'm on this one, and the past, I think, 2 or 2, maybe 3, I've given 2 stars. Yeah. The thing with Mike is annoying, and then there's something going on with Norman now. I think, actually the last 4 I've given 2 stars. Cream Puff Murder, Plum Pudding Murder, Apple Turnover Murder, and Devil's Food Cake Murder I've given 2 stars. Because they're just same, which is fine for the most part, but sometimes you just want something different. And then the whole thing with Mike and Norman, very annoying. And the fact is I think with the Apple Turnover Murder, for some of them, I don't remember if it was just that one or a few. The thing is that she's solving these murders, right? But I noticed that in the Apple Turnover Murder specifically, she did not technically solve it. It just was revealed because she was alone with them, and she didn't actually figure it out, even though I had, because it was so glaringly obvious. But whatever. But yeah, that one, it was like she didn't really solve it. she just so happened to stumble upon it by coincidence. Like, the murderer told her they murdered them. Not that she figured out that, because she was talking to that person for a different reason entirely. Had no thought that it was them. And they got them alone, like got Hannah alone, and then it obviously ended up like that. But it's like, you didn't actually solve that. And I think a few other ones have the same kind of thing. And it was like starting to be like, she didn't actually solve it. Some of them she does. She does, in fact, solve it. But some of them, she does not actually solve them. But then Joanne is here trying to make me think that she solved it. No, she didn't. She just so happened to be talking to that person alone, and it comes out. So I definitely gave Apple Turnover Murder 2 for that. Devil's Food Cake Murder was the one that had really to do with a reverend in the church. And it was like, it was fine. It was fine. It just... it was whatever. I was not about it. But the one that I'm currently on, Cinnamon Roll Murder, actually is intriguing because it feels different enough. Like, I think that it's more interesting. This one really feels like it's a different kind of way she's telling the story. It's not the same plot beats at the same plot beat time in the other one. So it's like very interesting because you start the book with this thing happening and then another thing happens. And it's very interesting. I actually like this one. I mean, I don't like the stuff that's going on with Norman. It's very annoying. But I am enjoying this one a lot more because it feels like a different way of that she's doing it. It's like, I don't know how to explain it to you, but with the whole love triangle thing. And I did appreciate in the book, Hannah's sisters, her two sisters and her mom got her together because there's this thing going on. I'm not going to talk about it. I don't want to spoil too much of these books, but they got her together and they're like, girl, you're letting this dude get away with all these things. Yes, you're just being too nice. You don't stand up for yourself. You don't tell them how you feel. You just let them get away with this shit. And it's so fucking annoying. Like, she literally, when it comes to these two guys, will just like not voice if something is bothering her or anything and just lets it go. It's like, girl, stand the fuck up. Please. Please. It's starting to really grate on my nerves. She's like, doesn't want to go out of her way. Even though she feels this certain way about this certain person and doesn't trust them and suspicious of them, but doesn't want to do anything to rock the boat. It's like, girl, if you think that there's an issue, fucking do something about it. If you've read it, you know. I appreciated that her sisters and her mom were like, girl, step the fuck up. And if this is what you want, fight for it. Like, why do you just lay down and take it? I appreciated that. So this one, even though there are some annoying elements, I am enjoying it more than the past few because it is different. Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but like the events, how they're happening in the story are different. It's a nice change from the formula that's been going on in the past 14 books. But I am enjoying this one. Cinnamon Roll Murder is the 15th one. It is the 16th. So I still have to read 29 of these. So I still have, well, I have to finish this one, but I'm not going to count it. I have to read 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 before the end of the month. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm probably going to have to really crack down and try to read 2 books a day. Fingers crossed that I can get it done because I really want to count these. I'm probably only going to count the book pages for the ones that I did read. I won't count the first 2 pages because I did twist it a bit because I technically didn't read Chocolate Chip Cookie Murders and Strawberry Shortcake Murder even this year. It was like end of last year. That's my conception. I will just not add those page numbers to the tally on my higher calling. But that's pretty much it. Mochi's in her favorite spot in the closet over here. You can't see it. I need to finish this. I have 2 hours to go. I'm 72% in. And then the next one will be Red Velvet Cupcake Murder. I also need to start my buddy read for The Man Who Died Twice. I haven't started that yet. I still really desperately need to do that, but I really need to work on this. But I really want to finish these first. That is what I need to do. Will not be here until past 8 p.m., which is womp womp. But I'll probably play my game a little bit here and there. Maybe I'll do like an hour. Do it that way if I don't just get sucked into my game. I'm gonna finish this first and then I'm gonna do that. It reminds me, I had ended the last clip saying that I was gonna play my game while Will went to the grocery store. I ended up going to going with him to the grocery store, so I left and we did that. So I didn't end up playing my game because it was just easier for me to go with him and then him have to call me and we figure it out. It's so difficult to figure out what I wanted to eat. I did not get to play that day. Me and Will played Peak yesterday, which, oh my god, we couldn't even get past the second part. It was frustrating, but I did play it the day before that a little bit. So I might play a little bit later. I do need to get these clips put into the computer. I did start editing the vlog last week. I think I have not touched it since. So I should probably do that at some point. Probably not today. Probably not today. Anyways, I'm rambling. Let me go finish this book, start the next one, and maybe play some game and read and swap over. But yeah, I did not update in 3 days, you know. Maybe one day I'll be good with vlogging in front of people, but right now it's not that time. I don't know if it ever is gonna happen, but you know, we can dream. We can dream. But I'm gonna go actually do what I need to do to try to complete this. And hopefully soon my nail stuff will get here so that I can do these fucking nails. They're bothering the shit out of me. They're like so lifted because I do my own. But this is also like growth for over like 2 months. And I desperately need, because it's just getting caught in my hair every time I need to like wash it. So hopefully that gets here soon so I can do that. But anyways, I'm gonna get moving. I'm gonna get going. And I will talk to you when hopefully I've finished more of these books. Whoa. It is now April 17th. It is 12:15 p.m. So it's like noon, a little past noon. And I just finished Red Velvet Cupcake Murder, and I enjoyed it. I mean, the thing is like clearly these are cozy mysteries, and things are kind of, I don't know, they're predictable. I could see who it was from the jump, but you know, it's the feeling, the vibe that I enjoy. So I'm not that fussed about that. The thing with the two men, just completely done with. And the issue that I did have with the last one and this one, because there's a character that plays a part in both. Well, they've been in a few of them. They just feel a little mustache twirly to me. It is what it is. The thing with this one, Red Velvet Cupcake Murders, is there's a hotel being reopened by this wealthy person whose dad is dying, and then stuff happens. I just like with the last one, I did enjoy how there were differences. Like there were elements that were switched up in both of them, because two things action happened in the beginning of the last book and everything, instead of like it taking some time, you're just kind of going through until you get to the thing that is happening. And with this one, it's like there's things that happened in that one that weren't resolved that did end up playing a part in this one. I did enjoy how these past two books did kind of do something new that wasn't happening in the whole series thus far. So that's why I gave them both 3. But there's still stuff that's annoying the shit out of me in all of them, because Hannah just needs to either choose one of these guys or, you know, kick them both to the curb. Because her thought process on both of them, oh my god, I can't with her. Like, this is too much. Too much for me. But I did finish it. It was 3 stars, so that I finished the 16th one, so I'm going to be going on to the 17th, Blackberry Pie Murder, which I'll have to read on my phone because it's not available for me to read on the Kobo. So that will be the next one. They put this cover, even though the cover that shows is the newer one, but you know, it is what it is. But that's the one I'll be moving on to next. I'm debating whether I want to make some food or done the dishes, and then I just really don't want to make food because then there's more dishes that I have to do. But yesterday I did play my game. I did do like an hour and a half of playing my game, an hour of reading, until I was starting to not feel so good. So then I just read until my husband got back late last night. So I didn't end up playing anymore after he got home, and then we had dinner, and then we just relaxed. But I think I'm going to either make food and then play some game and start reading the next book, or I don't know, but we will find out. I do enjoy reading on my Kobo. I just am obsessed with I think I have the best, because it just all works together, like the pink. But I am going to probably do that. Maybe Monday we'll be going to get some shabu, which I'm excited about. I need to at some point put more of the clips onto my computer and start editing more of it, but you know, I'm just not. I need to get these books done. I need to get them done, and I just don't have time. That is what's been going on. Will works late again today, so womp womp. but I'll probably do that. And I don't really have much to say. Not much is going on currently because it's just reading, maybe playing a game on my laptop, which I've been playing a lot of TCG Card Shop Simulator. I don't know, this game I can easily go back to. I love it. It's just so relaxing, and it just something about it I just really truly love. But I've been playing that, and that's pretty much just the go, you know. Sadly, my broken binding of the first Faithful and the Fallen, Malice isn't going to be here until early next month, and we're going to be moving, but we'll still have access to this apartment until the end of May. But then the second one is going to be coming later in May, and I need to change the address, but I don't have the address yet, so but I am excited. I do have the broken binding of the Drowned Empire trilogy. I haven't unwrapped them because I just don't want to do that until we've moved to our place that will be for the foreseeable future. The one is still in the box, and the two that I brought over from the US are still in like the brown paper wrapping. I'm excited when we move to be able to open those because we're gonna get an actual Billy bookcase. Till then, they're gonna stay wrapped. I am just rambling now. I'm gonna decide what I want to do next. Probably start reading because I really need to get a move on these books because I don't have much time left. So I'm gonna do that. I hope you're enjoying the vlog. Not much is having mochis in our spot over in the closet. She loves laying in. I'm gonna go and I will check back in with you hopefully when I finish this book. Hello. It is April 18th. It is Saturday. It's 10:49 a.m. I actually wasn't gonna pop in, but I just had to really quick. I don't have the mic on, so if the audio is not as good and I look a mess, so but I just had to, because the more and more I read these, the more Hannah is pissing me off. And just like the concept, there's like glaring things being like, hello, this is like a clue that would clue you into who's a part of this, who did it, what you're trying to figure out. So she's trying to find out who fought this person that died. There's glaring things being like, literally in just this past page, someone called her, giving her information, and she didn't see the apparent, like, hey, these things that go into all of it, specific parts that, you know, mysteries. It's like something comes up, and it's like that clearly has something to do with it. This thing is not happening for no reason. It's just so glaringly obvious. But she's just like, oh, okay. And then later on, it'll pop into her head. It literally is being told to you. You're supposed to be so smart and able to, you've solved all these murders, which I've already said. Technically, she has not solved a few of them, because technically it just was the person who told her it was them, even though she suspected someone else, but she went to talk to them, and they're like, oh no, oh, you figured it out, it's me. And it's like, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. But with this, it's her just ignoring the glaring clues that are right in front of her until she has no choice but to be like, oh yeah, that has to do with that. It's so frustrating because you could put two and two together right there and then, but instead she needed it force fed to her. She needed it handed to her on a silver platter with a big neon sign that says, this is a part of the clue, this is what you need to figure it out. I'm just here being like, I saw that coming from a mile away. I saw, the minute they said this, it was clear that this goes with this, and this goes with this, and this is who did it. And I understand it's a book, but oh my god, Hannah is a bit frustrating. Because things are being said to her, and I'm like, if you just remember all the elements that you already have down in play, you would see that this sounds like it has to do with this, because this is a bit suspicious. But no. But I digress, it's a book, and whatever. But if you're gonna tell me this character is smart, please make her question things. Like, if someone is saying, this person was acting this way, and she knows that this thing is what happened, and this were the circumstances, someone did this, and then someone is saying that this person was being like this thing. I don't want to spoil anything, so that's why I'm trying to be as vague as possible, but it's just frustrating, and Hannah is but I'm still on Blackberry Pie Murder. I didn't end up finishing it yesterday like I usually do, So I need to like finish this and read another book. So I'm probably gonna do that, and I'm not gonna update anymore. I'm not gonna play my game at all. I just gotta crack down and read because it is already the 18th and I don't got long to go. So I really need to do that. But just know Hannah is pissing me off, and the fact that she can't choose between these two dudes, even though she keeps saying Norman, she loves him, but does she love him enough to marry him? Then why are you doing all this? And with Mike, she knows he's a womanizer, and she wouldn't be able to trust that he's being faithful to her. Then why are you wasting my goddamn time? I'm gonna continue reading, and hopefully, like, this one has been different in many aspects. So it has veered from like the normal thing, just like the past few have. But there's elements in this that I really don't care for, and I really don't like. In the way Hannah has acted in certain parts, like I do get it. But at the same time, she's showing her privilege, and there are clear things that she didn't do that she should have done legally. She didn't do anything on purpose, but there are elements of it that she should have done. And I'm not going to say what, because again, I don't want to be spoilery, but I'm going to continue reading. I am almost done, but I'm going to continue. I mean, it's going to have to be, she literally is being told the most apparent thing for her to finally figure it out, instead of the things that have already been told to her. But I'm going to continue, and I will probably pop back in tomorrow. Hopefully I've finished 2 of them, but I'm just going to continue reading, and I will see you then. And I know this shirt you've seen already. It's a shirt I wear in the house. Anyways, I'm rambling. I'm going to go. Hello, so it's still the same day. I just wanted to pop in because I have something to say. I'm now on Double French Brownie Murder, and I'm almost done. And Miss Joanne actually has got me. I do not know who the fuck it is who killed the person. I have no clue. No thoughts. Head empty. Not a clue. So she has stumped me this time. So, good for them. Though I will say, the shit she's doing with the relationships, annoying. Hannah, as fickle as they come, just cannot, figure it out. It's like, I get it, emotions. Sorry if you hear Markiplier in them in the background. It's just background noise, and I don't feel like turning it down. You're just gonna have to, focus. But Mushishi is here. Oh, Mushishi. Oh, the Mushishi girl. But like I was saying, so I know I've been harping on it a lot. But the relationship, it's like, Hannah girl, if you don't love Norman or Mike enough to want to marry them, clearly it's not a thing. Why do you want to keep progressing? Why do you want to keep going along this with just, what's the point? Like, I understand, like, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's getting fucking annoying, because the amount of times she wants to remind us that she loves them, but not enough to marry them. And the issues she has, it's like, then why even continue? And then with this other character that clearly was going to be good things happen, then she's like confused, unsure if it's just because of the fantasy of it all, that of the things that happen. I can't really say what, because it is the millionth one in a series, so I'm not gonna spoilers. But it's like, girl, I'm just so sick and tired. It's like, you feel this way about this person, and these two you don't. Why? And I know I keep talking about it, but it's so annoying. It's like, this is book number, what is it, 18, and it's like, so sick and tired of it. But like I said, this one, not sure who did it. I actually have no suspect. And usually it's predictable, and I know, but surprisingly, not a clue. Not one clue who could have done it, because everyone who could have, I thought could have done it, has been cleared. I just wanted to pop in and be like, Joanne Fluke she has stumped me on this one. It took 18 books, but she has stumped me. I'm wondering who could have done it. But also with the stuff that, it happens at the beginning of the book that are, come from the other book, again, it just shows Hannah's privilege and all this other stuff, which, fine, I get. She's a white woman in America, so I know there's a lot of privilege because it has to do with the judicial system. So she has privilege on that, and the thought that she couldn't possibly have done this thing, even though she did technically do this thing. Did it need to go to trial? No, but it's just the premise of it all. There is a sense of privilege in her repeatedly being understanding that she did this thing and it was wrong, but she there was extenuating circumstances that caused this thing. It's like, yeah, but you did also neglect to do certain things. I understand there was a lot of, but either way, there is a sense of privilege when it comes to that, and I just don't think that it really needed to be in here. I don't really think it needed to be a thing in here. It's like, we already know there was no point. There was no point, especially to get to where we were. There was no point. But what do I know? That's just my personal opinion. But that I could have done without. But the relationship shit, whew, 18 books in is really doing a number on my peer. But Joanne did get me. She did get me with this. I have no clue who it could possibly be. I'm interested to see where it goes. With a relationship, I know where it goes because I kind of spoiled myself a little bit because I didn't realize that one of the extra chapters, like the excerpts, was from a way future book. So I was like, So there's some things I think I know, but it has nothing to do with the murder. But that I have no clue. So Joanne, you got me. Double fudge brownie murder, I have not figured out, and I'm like almost done. So I'm gonna continue. I probably won't come back in because I'm hoping, because then I'll start another one to make up for my lack of finishing a book yesterday. Well, I did finish the other one and started the Blackberry Pie Murder yesterday, but I didn't finish the Blackberry Pie Murder to start it. You get what I'm saying? So I'm a little behind, so I need to speed it the fuck up. So I'm going to continue. All I've done today is read, and that is my goal for the rest of the day as well. Will not be home until later. I have the time. I've already done dishes. There's nothing else for me to do, really. Mochi is being good for now, so I'm just gonna go back to reading. But I just wanted to make sure I was upfront and transparent about the fact that I actually have no clue whatsoever who did this in this book. So when the murder is revealed, it's gonna be a surprise to me because I have no clue. Let's see if that's still the case in the next one. To be determined. But I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna stop babbling, and I'll see you then. Okay, I'm back because I'm at the part where the murder is revealed. And I mean, once the person was talked about, which wasn't that long to this point, ignore my appearance. I look a mess, but I'm trying to get through these books. So I'm at the part where the murderer is revealed. Again, it is one where she obviously didn't actually know who did it. She was under the impression she was going here for one reason, and then just so happened to figure out, something's not right. And the person's like, you figured it out. Well, no, she fucking didn't. She didn't know. She just knew that something was wrong and the situation wasn't what it was, but she didn't know you did it. But also, my issue is, and I don't know if I should take back what I said about Joanne, but it is one of those, it's not one that you could have figured out, because this person is not introduced or talked about until literally a chapter before this point. So I'm not really happy about that. So I feel like on one hand, yeah, I didn't know who it was, and that's like new for me with reading this series. But the problem again is that there was no way to know this person. Like, you knew some rumor, but there was no names, no nothing, and that doesn't come up again until this point. So it's like, no one could have figured it out because you didn't introduce the character until right before you told us that they were the killer. And also, again, why are you having the killer say, oh, you figured it out? No, she didn't. She just stumbled upon it again. On one hand, I didn't know who it was, but on the other hand, I couldn't possibly have known because they were just introduced in the previous chapter. That's my issue. So I don't know. I think because of that, like, I don't like it. Just like because I watched all of Meg with books, who really loves mystery books and everything, and she doesn't like books where it's like you can't solve it along with them. Like, it's literally out of nowhere who it is. You couldn't possibly have figured it out. I think I also don't like that. There's times where it's fine, but this is like a series that you kind of like go with the clues, as Hannah is, like I've said, it kind of figured out way before her. But the problem is that you couldn't possibly have known until this character was introduced. And again, I will reiterate for the millionth time, you didn't find that out until the chapter before. And again, she didn't fucking figure it out. She just went to this thing under the impression it was one thing, and then started to feel like something's not right, and went to leave, and then the person was there and is like, oh, you figured it out. No, she didn't. Well, she figured out that something was wrong, but then you said that she figured out that you did it. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. You just told her you did. So I don't like when Joanne does that. Yes, Hannah figures things out way past the point that she should have. I don't like when you're trying to frame it as if Hannah did figure it out when she didn't, and she just got handed the answer from the killer themselves and just so happened to stumble upon it. Wrong place, right time. Or right place, wrong, whatever you want to say. I mean, there's no way to figure this one out. So it would have been different if it was you had this person the whole time, but it really didn't seem like they could have done it, and then they were the killer. Fine, I could have appreciated that. But this, you literally didn't introduce them until previous chapter or so. I don't really care for that. So I will take that aback a bit about the fact that I couldn't figure it out, because there was no way. So it does take down the enjoyment a bit. So I just wanted to come in and share that because it was on my mind, and I want to make sure I'm telling you what's on my mind. Hannah didn't figure it out. She didn't figure it out. She figured out something was wrong with the scenario that she was just put in, but she didn't figure out that they had done it. So let's not try to make it seem like that. She didn't. But also, we couldn't have figured it out either. Like, obviously, when the character brought them up in the previous chapters, then yeah. But there was no way to get to that point. You read all of the book just to get to the point where nothing else mattered. It just, this is when the character is being introduced, and this is when you find out that they're the killer. Okay. Not really my favorite, but I'm going to continue and move on to the next book. But hopefully this is my last checkup for today, because I just do really need to move it along. I am almost done with this one, so I'll start the next one, which will be Wedding Cake Murder, which is number 19. So I'm going to go straight on to that after I'm done with this, but I really think this one is going to be a 2-star, because I was excited with the prospect that I didn't know who it was, and Joanne was like throwing me through a loop, or however it's said, and then to find out that really there was no way to figure it out alongside them. Even Hannah didn't figure it. Whatever. So I'm gonna continue, and hopefully finish these books before the end of the month. Fingers crossed. Well, so it is the next day. It is April 19th. It is Sunday. It is 12:26 p.m. and I am reading Wedding Cake Murder. But I just wanted to pop in and say that I don't care for this, where it's going. I'm going to continue reading. I'm on the 19th book. That means I have 10 after this. I wanted to pop in and say, for the sake of my sanity, and since next week is going to be the last week, I'm just going to make it a full month vlog, especially since I need to get these books done, so I don't really have time to sit down and edit very much, because I need to get these done. So this is going to be a full month vlog. That is what's happening, because next week is the last week of April, because this coming week is the 20th to the 26th, the 27th to the 30th. Me and Will be getting ready to, we're getting packed up to be moving either the 1st to the 3rd of May. So I'm going to be doing that. So this is going to be a month-long vlog, but that's why I wanted to pop in here. But I am not enjoying this book. I thought once she made a decision, this would, it would be better, but I'm having second thoughts here. I don't like Hannah's character, where she's, like, the way Hannah is, I don't know. I'm not enjoying Hannah as a character much. She asks too many questions at the wrong possible time, and then literally Michelle, her youngest sister, has to be like, hold up, just wait until we get somewhere else to ask. Like, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Hannah is just grating on my nerves a bit. But I mean, I also have been reading these back to back to back to back, so is that really fair? Maybe not, but this is where we are. But I'm going to continue reading. Just wanted to pop in and say, this is gonna go encompass a whole month. Let me get back to reading. Also, I want to get some of these clips put onto my computer, just so they're there. I don't have to do it later. I'm gonna go do that. I will see you when I actually have an update, which might not be for a bit, because I really need to get these books moving, but I will see you then. Well, it is April 20th. It is Monday. It is 2:28 p.m. Me and Will be going to get shabu tonight, so that's exciting. I wanted to pop in quick, because I have finished a few books in this series. Oh my god, am I just ready to be done with it? I'm very ready. And sorry if you hear Markiplier in the background. Again, Don't be like, turn it off. So I finished Wedding Cake Murder, did not care for it. I gave it 2 or 1 star. Can't remember. Christmas Caramel Murder was more of a more short, so more of a short story, but it was like a Christmas one. Did not really care for it, but it was whatever. Now I'm on Banana Cream Pie Murder, which is the 21st one. And let me tell you, I am getting so sick and tired of Hannah. I'm sick and tired of her at this point. And I might go into some spoilers, so be aware. Don't watch this clip, because I might be spoiling. Well, I know I'm going to be spoiling something, so you are warned. But I'm getting really tired of, she has like this sense of naivete, or like she's way too nice all the time, and it's like, girl, just fucking, like, yes, be nice, but you're just being overly ridiculous. Just stand the fuck up. But she married this guy that she knew from college, and he's been in a previous book. He was kind of mentioned in a few other ones, but then you didn't hear anything, and then all of a sudden he was in the one where the mom got remarried and their romance started again, but it was very quick, and then they got married. Like, literally, Wedding Cake Murder is her getting married. It was just like, whatever. And then in this one, it's them they come back from their honeymoon, and just like the way she's acting, or like her inner narration, is so annoying. She's ungrateful for things that her family did, and she's already ready to not be like joined at the hip with him, which is understandable. Right now, the reason that I needed to come in was because I'm at a part where he works for the local news station. He's going to go interview someone for the person that's been murdered. They're doing a story about her, and they have to interview someone that she worked with before in New York. And she's upset because he didn't call to tell her before he was leaving. And it seems like he knew he was going to be leaving way before that point, and she's upset about it. If she would recall, she literally, in, I forget which one it was, I think it was the wedding one, something happened and she didn't call him immediately, and then she talked to her family and everything, and they were like, did you tell Ross? And she's like, oh no, I didn't think about that. And it's like, so what's good for the goose is not good for the gander. Mm-hmm. So she's upset that he didn't tell her, but she had that same issue before too. It's not like she tells him. And it's like, girl, I'm getting so fucking sick and tired of you. The way that she's acting with this marriage, she feels like, does she have to cook for him every day and all this other stuff? It's like, talk to him, communicate this to him. And they have like this thing that they would do, like that they promised during their honeymoon, where they're gonna, whoever wakes up first has to kiss the other person to wake them up. And he didn't do that. And she was like a little sad about it, but she wasn't gonna talk to him about it. If you're not gonna communicate it with him, then why are you fucking, she's just being very fucking annoying. Very annoying. And I'm getting sick and tired of it. I just want it to be over. She's being annoying. It's like, so you can forget to tell him about something that's really important that happened, but then the minute he doesn't tell you, this does the same thing to you, you're upset. Hannah is just getting on my nerves. She has no sense. She is so naive. The fact that her and Mike have this, there's a sense of competition between them, because Mike is the detective and she's doing these investigations on her own, and it's like a sense of competition to find who the murderer was. It's a fucking, it shouldn't be a competition. This is like you trying to find out who murdered somebody. Miss me. But my husband's on his way home from work. Will be here soon, so I'm gonna end this clip. But I am on 21. I have 8 more to go, so wish me luck. But I will see you when I have another update. Hannah's just fucking pissing me off, but I will see you when I see you. If I would have read a little bit further, it would have pissed me off a little bit more, because her sister literally was like, well, maybe he tried to contact you and you just didn't get it. She's like, well, if he would have contacted me, if someone would have told me at the cookie jar, which is where she works. And she's like, well, that's if he called you there, but did you even look at your cell phone to see if you had any missed calls or whatever? And she's like, no, because she's terrible with technology, so her young niece has been teaching her, and Shannon taught her that. She's like, well, let's look. And then it come to find out, he did try to call her. He called her 3 times, even tried to text her to tell her that he was leaving. And she's like, oh, I feel like a real fool. No, you're a motherfucking annoying ass bitch. Like, come on. Are you serious? She's very much pissing me off. I am 21 books in, but oh my god, she's like a child. And then she like has no sense of self-preservation. Like, she's not even that smart. I'm sorry, she's not. I don't understand. These books really want me to believe that she's smart, but oh my god, she's so fucking stupid. They're easy to get through. and I've enjoyed some of them, but oh my god, she's starting to grate on my nerves. But I'm gonna continue. But yeah, he did try to contact her, which is not what she did. She just didn't realize, like, she's been so used to doing things on her own and all this other independent whatever bullshit that she didn't think of it. And then, like, she has to realize, like, she's marrying this person, and you know she's married this person, so she's gonna have to communicate. But he did try to tell her. So, oh my god. But I'm gonna continue before we're gonna be leaving for Hewwooo. So. Hell, whoa, I know. I feel like I've been popping in a lot. I know there's gonna be a lot of clips I need to edit. I'm not looking forward to it. This probably is gonna be a bit long, but here we are. So it is now the next day. Will and I did go get shabu. It was delicious. Then right in that same mall was a Swenson's, which is like an ice cream place, and I got some ice cream. It was delicious as well. And then last night we just relaxed and hung out. So I didn't end up finishing Banana Cream Pie Murder that day, which I've been finishing like one a day, but I did not yesterday. Well, before that I had filled my nails. That was nice. Well, filled and then had to form some of them because they were ruined because I hadn't done it in like months. Well, like almost 2 months because it was packed away in my suitcases, so I couldn't do them. And then when we got home, because I wanted to use some of those nail strips that my mom let me take, and I'm obsessed with this. I don't know if it wants to focus on it, but I'm obsessed with this purple. Don't look too closely at my application because it was my first time doing it, but I did that. So I'm like obsessed with this purple shiny. Anyways, but I did just finish the Banana Cream Pie Murder, which is the 21st Hannah Swenson, and I gave it 1 star. I just couldn't deal with Hannah. She was being annoying, ungrateful, and just her dynamic with Ross. Didn't really care for it. But then stuff happened at the end, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I thought one of the excerpts in one of the books, I'm pretty sure it was an earlier book, they had an excerpt for one of the later books, and I didn't realize, and I was spoiled from some stuff, which is why I knew who she was gonna blah blah blah. But there's some stuff that went down, so I'm probably gonna do some spoilers. So be aware. I think from now on I might do some spoilers. Sorry, womp womp. I know it's like close to the end of the series that's out. If the 30th one ever comes out, it doesn't seem like it will. But at the end of Banana Cream Pie Murder, Ross, who Hannah married, who she knew from college, it just disappears. And I'm like, I already knew that. I'm pretty sure it was for this one that I'm on now, Raspberry Danish Pie Murder, that it talks about how he's been gone for 2 weeks and they don't know where he is and blah 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 blah. Banana Cream Pie Murder, I just really didn't care. It was pretty obvious. And again, it's a matter of she kind of figured it out at the end, but she didn't figure out who the person was. It was just like a matter of she didn't really actually have all the information, but whatever. The whole Ross thing, I'm like, oh my fucking god. Because Hannah is annoying when it comes to Ross. I mean, she's been annoying more and more with the books, but with this, it's like how she acts like a person who doesn't understand a human. It's just annoying. In the beginning of this one, Raspberry Danish Murder, I mean, she's obviously upset because he's been gone for 2 weeks, and then it's just weird. Her youngest sister, Michelle, stays with her a lot throughout the series, and they find his car keys in the guest bedroom on top of Michelle's warmest scarf. So Michelle's like, what does that mean? Like, why? And Hannah's just like, oh, because he probably wanted you to use the car while he's gone and all this other stuff. I'm like, whatever, ma'am. Whatever. If my husband left for 2 weeks without telling me where he was going, why he left the room in disarray, like clearly there was something going on, I would be angry. She wants him to come back so he can explain. Whatever, ma'am. Because even the book where she was getting married, Norman and Mike both asked her to promise that if he did anything to hurt her, that she would contact them. And she was like, why would they think that? Do they think that there's something off or blah, blah, and then that just went out the window. So obviously there's something that, like, I didn't trust Ross. Just something about it. The way that how quick they decided to get married was just really weird. It was like, yeah, you feel these things for him, but you still can take time to really get to know it. Because even Michelle, when Hannah was getting upset about certain things he was doing or not doing, she's like, you guys are getting to know each other as adults because you guys got married really fast. You guys knew each other from college, yes, but you didn't know each other really as adults. So it's like, yeah, because you had your mom was getting married to Doc in Las Vegas. They asked Ross to be his best man, and then you guys have this whirlwind romance then, and then decide to get married a little bit after that. It just is too much because Hannah has been teeter-tottering between Mike and Norman this whole time, and then all of a sudden Ross comes in and she's feeling all these things, and it's like, maybe you still need to take a step back. Not for me, but in this one, he's been gone for 2 weeks as of right now, but she's just like, oh yeah, he wants you to, he must have put it there so because he wants you to use his car while he's gone. Oh, what? That's so weird. I don't know. Hannah's been really grating on my nerves. I'm sorry, this keeps moving. But yeah, I am on Raspberry Danish Murder 22, 29. I'm really hoping to finish before the end of... I should be able to finish before the end of the month, but I'm very excited to be able to do other things. I'm going to have to edit this whole video because I only edited the first clip back when I had only a few clips to do. So, yeah, what's exciting? I'm just, especially since I have to, like, read because I have so many to get through. It's like, I don't want to spend time doing other things to take away from the things I should be reading. Even though I do really want to play my game, maybe, today. So I might, after reading for a few hours, maybe I'll do that. But, wowie, wow. This series is really... Ugh. I didn't mind it in the beginning, but Hannah has slowly but surely started to grate all my goddamn nerves. And I'm not disliking any of the other characters, is the thing. It's just her. She's grating on my nerves. But I'm going to continue reading Raspberry Danish Murder for a bit. Maybe make some food. And wait for Will to get home. He gets off early today. He gets off at 3. And only, like, it's 12:07, so... Not bad. But I'm going to continue reading. Wish me luck. If Ross comes back and she doesn't have the wherewithal or the self-respect to really question him or be upset or whatever about the situation, I might chuck my Kobo out the window, which I would never do because it's beautiful, because I made it so beautiful. I would take these out, obviously, first. And then chuck it out the window. But I love my Kobo. I've used my Kobo in the span of time I've had it way more than I ever did my Kindle that I had bought. I'm not gonna give Amazon any more of my money, and I do really love the Kobo. It's great. It's nice. I love it. But anyways, I'm just rambling now. I'm going to maybe do that and read. And maybe play my game. Maybe when Will gets back, I'll do that while we're hanging out. But yeah, I'm going to do that. And I will come back at you if I have anything more to say. Clearly, I'm just... I want to get these books done. So, fingers crossed. I already turned the mic off. I was literally just viewing a little bit of the previous clip before I put my camera away. And I realized that I literally said Swenson's. And the main character, like, their family's last name is Swenson. And I went to a Swenson's yesterday, an ice cream place, while Hannah Swenson made cookies. But it just clicked in my brain when I was watching them, like, Hannah Swenson. I went to a Swenson's, which is a dessert ice cream place. So I was like, I had to pop back in. I had to pop back in and be like, I just realized. I just put the connection there. Hannah Swenson. I went to a Swenson's yesterday. I cannot escape, guys. But anyways, I just wanted to quickly... I was just viewing that, and I was like, it clicked in my brain. So, now I'm going to get going. Hello. So, it is now April 22nd. It's 10:58 a.m. And Will is at work, so I'm just waiting for him to come home. Did what I needed to do. Probably going to make some toast or something after this, but I wanted to pop in because I have been reading and I'm kind of getting really sick. Well, not kind of. I'm very sick and tired of Hannah Swenson. I am very sick and tired of her. I'm currently on Chocolate Cream Pie Murder, which it's 24th. I finished Raspberry Danish Murder. 1 star. No thank you. I'm getting really pissed off because, again, spoilers from here on out, because I just cannot go on without spoilers because I'm so far in. So if you don't want to hear it. Bye-bye. So, like I said before, with the whole Ross thing, I mean, he up and dipped, right? Well, at the end, so I forget what I said, but at the end of Banana Cream Pie Murder, he up and dipped out of nowhere, just left. Then in Raspberry Danish Murder, they're trying to find him, figure out what's going on. She's worried about him. This guy literally just did you so dirty. Didn't tell you where he was going, why he was leaving. No matter what the reason, he has lied to you in some way. He just up and left. He left his car, he left all the stuff. He, like, did her dirty, right? And then during that whole thing, like, she's, like, her mentality gets a little grating. She's gullible, she's naive, she is too nice to her detriment, and it starts to really grate on the nerves because it's like, girl, what? Stand up for yourself. Come the fuck on. You can't be this childish. Like, this innocent. Like, come on. Miss me with this. But the whole time she's, like, worried about Ross and, like, missing him and wanting him to come home. And I'm telling my husband, I'm like, I wish a motherfucker would. Because if my husband had done that to me, even if there was a reasonable explanation, you're gonna get the fuck out. Because you clearly lied about something. You didn't tell me where you were going. You've been gone. Because in the beginning of the Raspberry Danish Murder, it's been 2 weeks. He's been gone 2 weeks at this point. It's like, girl, I understand she loved him, but at the same time, I don't know if I've mentioned, so she knew him from college because he was engaged to her friend. They were friends, whatever. They didn't talk for a long time. And then he was doing the movie in the previous book. I actually don't remember which one it was, but it was a previous book. And there was, like, a movie. They were doing shots using Lake Eden, and he was there because it was his movie, blah, blah, blah. They met up, and you could tell that, like, he obviously was flirting with her and everything, so they were getting close. But then he left. And, I mean, he was mentioned, like, maybe once or twice since then about her talking to him and all this other stuff. But then he was reintroduced again when her mom, Dolores, was getting married to Doc Knight. And then he was best man. So people even warned her, like, girl, you're gonna get stars in your eyes. You're gonna get swept up in the romance of them getting married. So just be careful. And so obviously they had this good time for those 3 days. He was planning on moving back to Lake Eden if he got this job. Then it was very quick them getting married. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I feel like I've already mentioned. But then there were things that she wasn't liking. And then even Michelle was like, girl, you knew him when you were in college, but you don't know each other as adults. And clearly. And then during that whole book, she's seeing discrepancies in what he told her in college and what he told her when they were getting married, and that they weren't matching up. And it's like, she's, like, realizing that she didn't really know who her husband was and all this other shit. And I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. You guys barely knew each other. Are you kidding me? Like, the way that she just flipped and was like, she just doesn't, like, I don't understand why Joanne thinks that I'm going to believe this woman is smart when she literally is so fucking gullible. She's so easy to trust people, doesn't stand up for herself. Like, there is a sense of, like, balance, like, that it works. But she just is being fucking annoying. And I don't believe it. She's just, oh my God, ridiculously annoying. So then during the whole Raspberry Danish Murder, there was someone who actually died, who they were close to in the book, and then they figured out that murder. But even with that also pissed me off because she got the information. She needs to be, like, slapped in the face with the clues for it to fucking, like she's not smart. So that was resolved. But then obviously later on it comes back. Mike and Norman are there, and she knows something's wrong, and they're like, well, we found Ross, and she's like thinking he's dead, and they're like, no, he's not dead. And she's like, injured? And they're like, no. And she's, like, starting to smile, and they're not smiling. She's like, they said Ross is perfectly okay. And in my head, I'm like, then why the motherfucker have to leave? And she's just, like, happy that he's okay. And I'm like, girl, don't you want to wonder why? If there's nothing going on, nothing wrong with him, why he just up and left you? You're not upset about that? Like, the fact that she heard that he's perfectly okay and didn't think, then why did he do this to me? Like, come on. And then then she's like, then why did you say, if he's not hurt or dead, then why did you say that well, because at first they said there was bad news. They're like, well, Ross is okay. Like, Ross is fine. But it's bad news for you. And I'm like, and then she's getting frustrated with them. I'm like, girl, don't fucking play this. Because you're being fucking annoying. It's not their fault that no, don't do this. You want to be completely ignorant to the fact that clearly there's something this person was being shady about. So shut the fuck up. And so they tell her that he went back to his wife. And she's like, well, I'm his wife. And they're like, no, he couldn't have possibly married you because he already had a wife. You were never married to this man. And like, that's how the book ends. And I'm like, clearly. Like, I feel bad because, you know, you don't want someone to go through that. But at the same time, she's so fucking naive, gullible, and it's annoying. It's so annoying. But then the next one was a Christmas one, which is fine, but then it was just a prequel. So it was before she got the cookie jar. It's like you see her get the cookie jar in there and find her getting the condo, and there's this whole mystery going on with these stories from someone in the town. I literally was like, what is the fucking point? Like, in the way it was written, oh my fucking God, I didn't want to keep hearing about this, like her making these recipes. What is the point of this? And repeating the same shit over and over again. I'm like, I was getting so fucking annoyed that I literally skimmed the last bit of it because I was like, this is such a waste of my goddamn time. Like, I don't care about this, especially if you're just gonna put a bunch of her baking in it. And like, that's fine every now and again if it's a normal book that you're moving along the plot, but we're getting nowhere. And then the reveal of the thing with the story, I was like, like, I could see this from a mile away. Come on, guys. But I was like, this was pointless. I didn't need it. So I just finished that not long ago, and now I'm on Chocolate Cream Pie Murder. In the beginning is literally her going to the congregation at the Lutheran church, whatever, and her deciding to go up and explain, because they had been telling this lie about Ross, that he was off on a secret project with KCAL, which is the local news station, doing a project, which was a lie, because he just up and left. They didn't know where he was and all this stuff. So she wanted to apologize for lying and all this other stuff and explain the situation. And that's all fine and dandy, whatever. And then, so now everyone's like, rallying around her, saying that if he ever shows his motherfucking face here, it's on site. And yeah, that's how I felt when he up and left. That's how she should have. If I told my husband, if it was me, I'd be like, I don't care what reason you have after that point. Once you come back, if you come back, you pack your shit up and leave. Like, you clearly lied about something. There's no point. Miss me. So now, like, I understand she's heartbroken, and I give her that. Like, that has to, like, whatever. But she didn't really know this man. And I understand feelings, blah, 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 blah. And maybe am I being a little too harsh? Sure. But you know what? I've been reading, I'm on the 24th book at this point. I can't even remember. I'm on the 24th book. And so I've had to deal with Hannah Swenson for 24 bucks. So I might be a little unforgiving. But, you know, here we are. But I understand she's heartbroken, all this other stuff. So, yeah. But I'm with the other people. Fuck Ross. If he comes into this town, literally, it's on site. Because that's some scummy ass bullshit. But that's where I am. I had a whole rant with my husband last night because I was so fed up. So fed up. And I think I spoiled myself because I have to see what the last page number is so I could use my Bookly app to put out of what page. And I keep accidentally looking at the last line and spoiling myself, and I'm pretty sure Hannah ends up pregnant at the end of this. What was like, from who? And I'm like, probably the man who ain't really her husband. Who else has she been with? She was so prudish when it came to, like, the idea of Norman or Mike even staying in her condo overnight. The scandal. Like, it's so annoying how this is kind of written, like, Joanne is really showing her age. Like, it's not bad to have sex outside of marriage, before marriage, spend time at somebody's house before you're married. Like, who gives a fucking shit? But anywho, I'm going to make some toast maybe, and probably continue reading. I don't know. I think I might need a break. I don't know. I'm just with this series, like, and I even kept looking about, because the 30th book was supposed to be Pumpkin Chiffon Pie Murder, and I remember when I was working at the bookstore, a customer did ask about it, like if it was out, and I looked it up, and it said the release date was 2079, and I found out last night that they usually just do that if it's a book that no longer is active. They're not going to be publishing it, so they just put that as a placeholder because it's an inactive title. So this 30th book may never end up being released. So the 29th book is going to end as if there's going to be another book, which is going to be annoying to me. But I mean, I really don't fucking care at this point. I mean, I would have liked to see a complete ending, but I don't think that's going to happen. And Joanne needs to go on her website and take it off because it's not being released. But that's still there because it was supposed to be released September of 2025, but then they pushed it back to November, and then that never happened. So, and she doesn't have to come out with another book. That's her prerogative, but just let people know. Like, but whatever. So it's going to end at 29, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm at 24, but I'm going to continue reading that after I eat some toast. But I wanted to come in. I know it's a rant, and this video is probably very long, especially since encompassing the rest of the month. And these clips sometimes go above 6 minutes. So I'm really shooting myself in the foot because I have to edit this eventually, and I didn't pre-edit a lot, but I had to read, so I can't edit. You get what I'm saying? But I'm gonna read after I eat, and then I might try to play a game, which I didn't end up doing yesterday. So we will see how that goes. But I clearly am losing my mind with these books. Oh my god. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna go, and I'm going to eat. It's now 11:14, so I'm gonna go. But I will continue Chocolate Cream Pie Murder and hopefully finish that today, if not tomorrow, so I can be done with it. Be done with all these books. But I will see you when hopefully something is done. Hello. So I just wanted to pop in quick. It is now April 23rd, 2:25 p.m. and I just finished Chocolate Cream Pie Murder. I did not read much yesterday. I ended up playing my game, and then I didn't want to. And you know what? For good reason. I did just finish it. And again, spoilers. But, of course, the whole Ross thing comes to a head in this one. He's a terrible piece of shit. We get it. Blah, blah, blah. He ends up being killed. And then blah, 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 blah. But my issue here is that I had already accidentally, again, saw the last little bit. I was trying to figure out the page number, and I knew at the end she might be pregnant. It literally says, I think that I might be pregnant, and I'm like, I really fucking hope not. I really fucking hope not. One, I really don't care for kids and books. I'm so sorry. I am not that person. I don't want to be a mother. Never, ever in my whole life. Never want to. And I also just don't care for them in books. I don't care for them in any media. I'm happy for you if you do. Good for you. I don't personally. And I really... If she's fucking pregnant and it's Ross's baby, I'm really gonna... Because... I really can't. Like, what is the point? Why do I want to follow a character who's gonna be pregnant? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for the people who did that. It's just not for me. I really don't give two shits. So I really hope she's not. Why would you want your character to be pregnant when she also is solving murders? I don't personally understand it, but you know, who am I? Who am I? What do I know? But yeah, so I'm gonna move on to the next one. Unfortunately. Which is going to be Coconut Layer Cake Murder, which is the 25th one. So it's like, why would you want your character... I would understand if it's like closer to the end. Again, don't know if there's probably never going to be a 30th one, but why not do it like in the one before the 29th or the 29th one? Because why would you want her to be pregnant when I don't understand it, but it's not for me to understand. So I really don't want it, but I'm really ready for this series to be over. I'm really ready. Hannah, she did stand up for herself in this a bit, but there were moments I was like, girl, come the fuck on. But I'm gonna persevere. I've already gotten this far. I can't give up now, or it all would be for nothing. So I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'll play some games after Will gets home. Mochi is asleep on the couch. Look at her. Oh, look at the little girl. Oh, look at her all curled up. Oh, so cute, so precious. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go start the next one. Cry inside a little bit. Wait for Will to get home. And I'm probably gonna take a break for a few hours because I've just been reading to get it finished. So I will talk to you, if not tomorrow, whenever I further. I might not check in for a bit because I already have so many clips and because I still have so many books. So I'll probably pop in close to the end. I don't know. I will talk to you. My brain. I just really don't like it. But I'm gonna go. And I will see you when hopefully I'm closer to being done with this series. Okay. Still me from the same day. Same bad place, same bad time. But I just wanted to pop in real quick just to give a little update since what I said in the last one about her thing is she's pregnant. Well, I was looking at 1-star reviews, so I had already been spoiled that she's not pregnant. It's in the beginning of the one I'm on now. Coconut layer cake murder. She's not pregnant. Thank gosh. But she's not, thank God. And I knew that going in because of that 1-star review, which I was fine with being spoiled for, so it all worked out. But I just figured I'd pop in and be like, we're good. I still not liking the books, but at least she's not pregnant. So I'm gonna continue, wait for Will to get back, and figure out from there. Hello. So it is actually the next day. It is April 24th. It's 9:59 a.m. And if you're like, Chola, have you been crying? Yes, I have, because it is the 24th, like I said, here in Thailand, and that means, one, my brother's birthday, but also Noah Khan's album came out. Well, for me, because it's not available in the States yet, because it's not the 24th, so it hasn't reached 12 a.m., but I had access to it because it's already 10 a.m. on the 24th, but I don't know if that's supposed to be how it was. I don't know, it makes me feel like the whole Fame on Fire, when I got their new album, I got the vinyl like a day early, so I was able to listen to the songs, but I've been listening to it. I'm on Willing and Able. So good. It had me crying within like the first song, end of August. Just like the instrumental in the beginning had already got me. It also is a matter of Noah Khan is someone that my sister showed me, and when we went to get Mochi, who, if you hear the litter box, sorry, she had played Stick Season the whole ride there and back, which was a long drive, let me tell you. So we always make the joke that she's a Noah Khan cat. And then for All Things Go, the first night, Noah Khan was the big one at the end. And the thing is, All Things Go, I went for Wallows. That's like the whole reason that I went with my sister. And to spend time with her, obviously. But when I came out feeling, I loved Wallow's set. I was real close to the front. I loved Wallow's. It was great. But what I always remember from All Things Go is the Noah Khan set. That set, to end the night, was amazing. Most of the people I didn't know, but Noah Khan I knew a bit, and I did like him because of my sister. The vibe of that set, it just the singing along to the songs, because at that point I had pretty much learned a lot of the songs because of how often my sister plays it. So it was it just was very, I don't know if cathartic is the right word to use, but I think back to that and it makes me sad, because I would love to go back to just that, the feeling of being at this festival with my sister and hanging out, and Noah Khan, his set. Every time I think about it, it makes me want to cry. And so it's been hard to listen to Noah Khan because of that, but I wanted to listen to this album, and I've got it early. And I've cried so many times. Obviously, The Great Divide was one of the singles, and there's a music video. I did listen to the song before, but I had never watched the music video. So I did watch the music video. It had me crying. And then I'm now on Willing and Able, and it's just Noah Khan. I don't know what this guy is doing. He just knows how to hit you in the feelings. It was funny because at All Things Go, he made the comment because of how depressing his music can be. He apologized and all this other stuff, and he's but it was literally the best part of All Things Go, seeing Noah Khan with my sister, because my sister loves Noah Khan and I liked him. But then so listening to this album, I'm messaging my sister. It was still 9 something there, but obviously now she's probably going to bed. But so she hasn't been able to listen to the album. But I'm talking to her. I'm sad because it's hard because that's something that I associate with her. So it's like, you know, but the album is great so far. I don't know how many songs are left. I have a lot more to go. Haircut was really good. The Great Divide, it just, all of them. End of August, it's been so good. But The Great Divide, I think, is my favorite, but Willing and Able is up there. So I'm gonna keep listening. Probably play my game while I do it. Have Glurms in the background so I don't lose my streak. Because Glurms is a streamer Will showed me long ago. Like, he's been watching him for a long time. And then I kind of got into him, and now I've been watching him. So every night whenever he streams, we kind of just watch it together. Been a good time. He was playing that Retro Rewind game. That's like the video VHS store one. And now I want to play that, but I have to wait. But anyways, I'm rambling. I have read a good chunk of Coconut Layer Cake Murder, but that's not what we're here for right this second. It's interesting because it is, I think sometimes like Joanne wants to do something different, and I think with this one she did, because Hannah and her mom are off on vacation, which, like I said, she's not pregnant, thank the fucking universe. So she and her mom are in California helping Hannah's friend pack, and then something happens at home and her sister is like begging her to come back early, and she does. And you see this once before when it was Dolores's, which is her mom's perspective, because she found the body. And then as Hannah's interviewing Lonnie, you're then seeing his perspective. It's very, I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. So I'm like 56% done with it. I have 2 hours to go supposedly on that. So at some point I will continue reading that, but I think I just need time. I want to listen to Noah Khan. I want to play my game. Just relax, to be honest. These books are bringing me down. But I'm going to continue at some point. But I just want to pop in about Noah Khan. Noah Khan, yeah. He's doing it. And I'm so sad because he's doing a North American tour. And of course it's after I've left. And there's 2 stops in PA he's doing, Pittsburgh and Philly. I would obviously prefer Pittsburgh. I love Pittsburgh. If I had to stay in the United States and I had to choose a different place other than where my parents' home is to live, it would be Pittsburgh. I love Pittsburgh. I went there for school for a small amount of time, but I love the city. Pittsburgh. He has like some shows that he's doing in Paris, in London, Munich, but obviously I guess not Thailand. Very sad. Very sad. But I'm going to continue listening to this. I'm just rambling now. And I will come back when there's something more substantial to say. But happy birthday to my brother. And happy release date to Noah Khan. I don't know if I'm going to pop in again today, because I have so many clips and I still have so many days. So I might try to not pop into as much. But I'm going to continue listening. And I'll see you when I hopefully have had more read. Hello. So it is the next day. It is April 25th, but I'm just doing a quick thing that, like, I just have something really quick to say, because I'm reading Christmas Cupcake Murder, but it's something that's been really gnawing at me since I've been reading these books, and I just wanted to quickly pop in, because like I said, I wasn't gonna do more, like, everyday clips, but, like, literally a big part of the book is her making new recipes, and everyone trying these new recipes, or someone making a recipe, and it's like no one has anything they dislike, and I find that very suspicious. You cannot tell me that there's not one cookie someone in your group does not like. You cannot tell me that. They can't all be perfect, can't all be delicious. Like, miss me with that. Like, there has to be some ingredients that some people just don't like. Like, people, because her sister Andrea doesn't like oatmeal, but it's just conveniently the cookies that she's made with oatmeal, she's like, there's other examples of that, and I'm just like, no, like, maybe, like, there's one outlier, but every one of them, no. Like, there has to be a time where one person's like, yeah, I just don't like that kind of flavor, not for me. Like, that I would respect more, but it's like every cookie is either someone's favorite, or they're perfect, delicious, no one has any qualms, no one has anything they dislike, or no one, like, ever says, no, I don't like that flavor, sorry. Like, I would be fine with that. I would think that, yeah, that I would totally believe that way more than every fucking cookie everyone fucking loves. Not one person dislikes it. Miss me with it. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly, because that was really eating at my brain, so I really needed to vocalize it. But again, I'm not here. I'm gonna be going back to reading, maybe playing my game, but I cannot keep doing everyday updates because I have so many clips and it's gonna be such a long freaking video and it's gonna take me forever to edit. Anyways, I'm gonna go. No Cons album, beautiful, amazing. I would recommend listening to it. Beautiful. But anyways, I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm back like only a few minutes later. Sorry. Another thing that's been like, because when I started Christmas Cupcake Murder, it is also a Christmas one that is set before certain events, so it's like gone back in a point in time. And come on, I find these so pointless. Like, I really don't understand the point of them. I just don't like them. I think that was the same with Christmas Cake Murder, I think it was. I don't like them. I don't want to read. It doesn't serve the plot. It doesn't like push anything forward. I don't care. It's so out of place. It's so random. And they're all the time, like, even as I'm going through this one, filled with random shit. It's like so mundane, going through the recipes, like making the recipes, just going throughout a normal day, which is in the normal books, but you still have things that cut that up. But this, it's like, what is you take like so long to get to something that's happening, and it's like, I don't want to just read you telling me how you're making this recipe, because you're just gonna put the recipe at the end of the thing. I don't want to see it right now. Like, just move it along, because this doesn't serve anything. So what is the fucking point? I don't care about this doesn't, because it doesn't move things. It's like, I just find these like pointless. I mean, it's not going to be everyone thinks that, but to me personally, I find them pointless. I don't want to read them, especially since it's in the past. It's not something that's recent or something that's happening now in the current time. It's like, I just personally find them pointless and I don't want to read them. So I'm kind of like skipping through it, sorry to say. I'm trying not to, but it's like, what is the point? It's not different enough to warrant this, and it doesn't add anything. I find it so pointless, but I just wanted to pop in and say that as well, because Christmas Cupcake Murder is the same, where it's literally going back in a certain amount of time, and like, what's the point? Like, I'm not enjoying it, because it's so mundane. Like, she has to describe this most stupidest mundane things, going through the mundane motions, and again, she does that in the normal books, but that I can understand, because we're at some point gonna go somewhere that's gonna further the whole plot of the series or that book. But this, I'm just like, I don't fucking care. It's like the same with the Christmas Cake Murder. What's the point? But either way, I don't care for it. Not my kind of thing. So Christmas Cupcake Murder, not enjoying it. And I'm ready to finish. And of course, the last one, the 29th one, Pink Lemonade Cake Murder. Like, I've had no issue borrowing these books from my library because they've been available. But of course, now that I'm getting close to the last one, someone has it and it could be a 2-week wait. I wish I don't have the capability of, because April ends this coming week. So I'm hoping that it'll be ready before then. If not, I'll have to figure something out. But let me just get this book done and move on to the next one. I can't promise I'm gonna like read the whole thing. Like, I might skim here and there. I'm trying very hard, guys. But anyways, let me go now. For real. You won't see me. Okay, I swear this is the last time for a while I'm gonna be updating. I'm reading Triple Chocolate Cheesecake Murder now. And this has been happening for over the course of a few books. I don't remember which book it started, but there's 2 voices in Hannah's head, like her suspicious mind and her something mind, and it's starting to really fucking grate on my nerves. It happens so often, and it's so unnecessary. She could just contradict herself without having to be like, uh-oh, Hannah's suspicious mind warned. Come the fuck on. And like, her suspicious mind is really rude to her sister Andrea, because she's not good at baking, but then it's so mean, because it's like, girl, just admit that it's just you. It's starting to really grate on my nerves, because it's happening so often now. It was like once or twice, whatever, but it's now every book. Why do we need to do this? It's really annoying. It doesn't add anything. It really doesn't. and it's like always her suspicious mind, and then the rational, it's her suspicious mind and her rational mind. And it's like none of Hannah gives her something simple. The rational part of Hannah's mind contradicted. It's like, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Like, we don't need this back and forth all the time with your inner voices. Like, come on. Just, why can't we just do it that you're concerned, she might make a mess. And, well, if you don't need to say your suspicious mind or your rational mind, like, every time. It's always like this back and forth, sometimes for a while. And it's like, oh my god, I can do without it. I can do without it. But anyways, I swear I'm going to just read and be back when hopefully I'm done, because I have so many clips. But anyways, that is it. That's all I got. But also, I guess another thing is that they want to act like Hannah is so smart. It's like, girl, you stumble across things by accident. Sometimes you don't actually even solve it. They tell you. Sometimes you have a suspicion, but you don't really know. And sometimes you don't even know at all, and it comes out of left field, and like you figured it out, and then she wants to act like she did. Like, no, girl, you didn't. You didn't. It's being told to me like she's kind and all this other stuff and selfless and whatever. But she does come across a bit selfish and full of herself. But then she'll repeat the same thing over and over and over. Joanne repeats a lot of shit. Like, I'm so sick and tired of the same phrasing or wording or whatever being repeated over and over and over again. It's very redundant. It's very repetitive. Because she keeps saying, oh, I feel so bad that I'm taking Norman's master bedroom, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, girl, we get it. But then she's also feels like good about it because she feels loved and all this other stuff. And it's like, okay, I don't know. If she doesn't get her way, sometimes it does come across as she's very up her own ass a bit. Yet she wants to be so nice. It's very contradictory, and I'm getting really sick and tired of Hannah so much. The writing, not great. Not great. Repetitive, saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again that we've heard 5 million times. The unnecessary mundane shit that doesn't add anything. All the recipes are starting to really grate on my nerve. I've also been with this series for how many books now, so I'm just being a little bitch, to be honest. But anyways, I've been going on for too long now. But those are my gripes, and I swear I won't be back for a bit. I swear. Okay. Hello. It is now Monday, April 27th. It is 9:21 a.m. and I'm going to be wrapping this vlog up here. I know there's still a few days left in April, but I have completed all of the Hannah Swenson Mystery Series books that are out and will ever be out, because it doesn't seem like the 30th one is ever going to come out, and you know what? That is a-okay with me. I feel like a shell of my former self. I have lost who I am while reading these books. And let me tell you the rage that I felt when I was trying to complete the last two. I don't understand the people who gave either any of these past few books 5 stars. Did we read the same series? Because with the last two, the whole Hannah rational and suspicious mind thing really fucking pissed me off. And I was ranting to Will, because it's one thing for you to do this every once in a while, but it's the fact that she do Hannah's rational mind, Hannah's suspicious mind, Hannah's irrational mind, which was grating on my nerves, because you don't really need to differentiate or delineate between those two. We can kind of tell, just you can have the inner debate without continuously saying that. But then on top of that, the end of every time they did that, it said Hannah ignored the internal debate. Hannah ignored the internal struggle. Then what was the fucking point of putting me through dealing with this? And the thing is that it was in there sometimes for the most mundane, stupid shit. It's something about eggshells or something with what she was baking. It's like, this is so stupid. Why is this here? It was grating on my goddamn nerves. Hannah as a character really took a nosedive at some point, but I really think it was when Ross came into the picture, everything really went downhill. The writing got worse and worse. I've read some Goodreads reviews, and some people are speculating that there's ghostwriters, and I mean, I could believe that. I don't know. I don't have a speculation on that. I just know that it went to shit. And I was enjoying the first few books. Like, I gave them 3 stars. They were fine. And then somewhere along the way, they started getting 2 and 1 stars. And this is like a thing that did happen throughout the series, is there's like this sense of slut shaming just the concept of being in a place alone with another man that you're not married to is somehow wrong, and there's like this scandal and like not wanting to be perceived that way. It's like, what are we doing? Because I know that was a big thing that people were complaining about on Goodreads about the last one. I will have to be honest, I skimmed the shit out of that book. I just could not, especially that I knew what there was going to be this huge cliffhanger at the end. I didn't give two shits. I just wanted it to be done. There was like a lot of slut shaming in that. In this day and age, because that book came out, it came out 2023, 3 years ago. We're doing this. People were like, it seems like Lake Eden is just stuck in the 1950s. And at that point, I kind of felt that same way too. Because the way they were treating it, her mom would get upset if she found out that Hannah was seen somewhere alone, or people found out that she was just with this man in that house at night. And it's like, shut the fuck up. All of you, shut the fuck up. It's not that bad. It's in the fact that her mom, Dolores, literally was spending a lot of time with Doc Knight, who was not her husband at the time. They did get married, spoilers, at some point in the series. She was hanging out with him all the time. I bet she stayed at his house. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? But there was a sense of slut shaming, this sense of like, we're back in time where it's so wrong for a woman who's not married to this man to be alone with them. It was just so fucking annoying. Hannah was a dumbass character at the end of this. Her sense of superiority was so annoying because she thought she was entitled to certain things because she was helping with these things, even though she knew for a fact she was not technically part of the Winnetka County Sheriff's Department. So her thinking that, like, getting mad at Mike for not giving her this information, she's like, girl, technically you are not a part of this, so shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down. And the mental health thing that happened with Mike at the end of the book, I think it was the second to last, which was caramel pecan roll murder, so fucking stupid, was not handled well. Just the sense of, I could believe Hannah in the beginning of the series, like her using logic and actually thinking things through. But as the series progressed, she got stupider and stupider, and she literally had to be slapped in the face with answers. And some of the stories, like I've said numerous times within this vlog, there were times where she didn't actually figure it out. It was because the killer actually told her. They're like, oh, you know, and she's technically didn't, but then she wants to act like she did. It's like, no girl, you didn't. And she does admit at one point that some of them she didn't actually figure it out. It just so happened to be that. But the way she acted, like she was so smart. Like, no, girl. Your logic, though, how long it took you to think these things through when things are glaringly obvious, things are literally being put right in front of you on a silver platter, and you still couldn't put two and two together. So that was annoying. Also, people made a good point about how Andrea, her middle sister, seemed to go from like this really smart, intelligent, working woman to somehow trying to please Hannah, starting to bake and all this other shit, kind of infantilizing her, making her seem like a child in the way that Hannah talks down to her, and like sometimes are in her like debate thing, like how they treat Andrea. I'm like, this is so fucking ridiculous. Where did this come from? She literally was a real estate agent with 2 kids, and then all of a sudden that all went out the window close to the end. I'm like, the fuck are you doing to this poor character? Like, Hannah is not shit. Just because Hannah can bake, so can a lot of people. So that was annoying. And then on top of that, the repetitive nature of the books started to get worse and worse and worse. The same thing about the peephole. If you've read them, you know. Which did piss me off, because technically you should be looking out the peephole, because you've had bad instances where the person outside of the door is not a good person. So maybe you should fucking do that. But then she would argue with it and then be like, well, I know you're not. Shut the fuck up. And that happening, and every time they had to sit down at the workstation, eating a bunch of cookies, having a bunch of coffee, which, how do you people drink that much coffee? I think I did mention in a different clip about how it just didn't feel genuine, that no one disliked any ingredient. No one's just like, yeah, but I really don't like raisins. Sorry. That would be more interesting to me. Like, yeah, I don't like raisins, but your other cookies I do really enjoy. Why couldn't there be an instance where genuinely not every recipe is going to work immediately, and her having to work at it more than one time? But it feels like every time there was a new cookie, everyone loved it. Even if it was an ingredient they never liked, somehow they like it in this instance. It's like, come on. You can have this bitch be a baker and be a good baker, but also have flops. Like, can we can we do this? It was so annoying. It was so repetitive. I did not need to hear the things that they were doing with the baking every time. The amount of recipes was starting to grate on my nerves, having to get through that to get to the next chapter. Oh, and someone did make a good point, and I mentioned this to Will because it was grating on my nerves as well, was the amount of times they felt the need to say the person's name as they're talking to them over and over and over and over again, even though we as a reader know who we're talking to, and them as the character knows who they're talking to. It's like, could literally be just Norman and Hannah in a room by themselves talking, and it's literally like, Norman's like, do you need anything, Hannah? And she'd be like, no, I'm okay, Norman. Do you need anything, Norman? Wasn't that a fun time, Norman? Wasn't that a great time, Hannah? You know I care about you, Hannah. You guys don't need to fucking say each other's name every fucking sentence or every other sentence. We get it, who you're talking to. It was like every time they needed to say, even if there was numerous people in the room, you know who they're talking to, they'll still say Michelle, Andrea. It's like, shut up, please. And just some of the plots were very recycled, especially with Cameron P. Cameron murder. I didn't really even read it. I skimmed a lot of it, but it felt like the ice fishing one from previous. And then even with that, I still knew what the plot was. I still saw who did it. It was so bad. If it wasn't Joanne writing it, why release it? It was so bad. And the fact that the 29th one will remain the 29th one, it doesn't seem like the 30th one is ever coming out. And it has a cliffhanger ending. It's like, but it's a stupid one. It's stupid. To be honest, it's completely stupid. In my humble opinion, my personal opinion. You can disagree all you want. I don't really give a shit. It's never going to be finished. And it's like, especially with the person who gets killed's name is No. Miss me. And the thing that I want to reiterate is I was enjoying the first couple of books. I enjoyed it to a point, and then it all went downhill. Hannah as a character went downhill. The remaining characters kind of went downhill a little bit. The love triangle, because obviously any person that posed a threat to that love triangle was killed off. And then there's still kind of that sense of the love triangle close to the end of the books. The last few. For what? And then she's doing Norman so dirty. He's such a fucking simp for what? For this limp ass noodle of a woman who doesn't even respect you enough to be like, hey, I don't want this kind of relationship with you, but letting you just bend over backwards for her. It was just like, Norman deserved better. Hannah needs to fucking get a grip and just figure her shit out without having to have a man there, even though she wants to act like she's independent. But yeah, tell this man how you feel instead of just internalizing it for us to fucking read 5 million goddamn times. And you just don't want to deal with anything serious, because things will come up pretty much that Mike or Norman are being kind of serious about something, and she's like in her inner narrative, she's like, I don't want to deal with anything serious, like this is getting too serious, so she changes the subject. Just tell them, my fucking God. And how she's like, after the whole thing with Ross, she's like, I don't think I could ever truly love someone unconditionally. Just miss me with this. Like, that was annoying. But just come on. Stop being fucking dramatic. It's just for the sake of the plot. Like, if I truly believed your romance with Ross, then fine. Or that he really felt this way about you. But the red flags were there from the jump. So, like, I don't believe you. Just as sad because Will kept saying, well, why don't you just stop? It's like, well, because I've already put so much into this and I'm doing it for a purpose. If I would stop here, all of that I've done thus far would be for nada. And I did not want that. But I'm done now. And I feel like I don't know who I am. I've lost my sense of being. I mean, part of me like misses the act of reading the books, like at least definitely the earlier ones, because there was a vibe to them that I did enjoy. But then after some point, it just was not good. Plot, pacing, writing, characters, they were just not good after a while. And I understand Joanne is getting up there in age, and I understand that that's probably part of the reason that the 30th one is not coming out. But I feel for the people who really enjoyed it. But also, I want to argue, whoever gave those especially the last 2 5 stars, are you a real human? Are you AI? Like, are you a bot? Because I don't believe it. And the people who start from that point, how do you do that? How do you just jump in at the end of a series? I don't get it. Whatever. good for you. I'm happy for you. My humble opinion. But all in all, I am done with Hannah Swenson. I'm done with Hannah Swenson mystery series. Me and Joanne Fluke, not going to work out from here on out. I don't want to seek out any more of her books. I do want to read more cozy mysteries. I do enjoy it. So I'm going to do that. But I'm so glad that this series is done. And I will never have to look at it ever again. Except I do have the first one on my Kobo because I had already bought it on my Kobo. So it is there. I could remove it from my downloads, but I'm just glad it's done. I am looking forward to more cozy mysteries and finding another. I do like long series. I mean, this proves sometimes it can go on a little too long. A lot long. It was way too long. But the beginning, I enjoyed. I liked the vibe. I enjoyed the characters. And then what also, I think this is just a me being a nitpicky person, is at some point Hannah can't go back to her condo. She's uncomfortable, she's scared, whatever. So is her cat. Understandable. But her youngest sister is then staying there because that's where she's been staying anytime she comes home from school or whatever. Fine. And then Lonnie, her boyfriend, is staying there with her while Hannah's not able to be there because she just is unable to. I personally would be like, at some point then you should be paying this, like you're acting as if it's your place, you and your boyfriend are both staying here. I don't know, that kind of was grating on my nerves. I'm like, they're taking it, like, even though Michelle's like, you're gonna come back and like this is so your condo, and I'm just like, but you're acting as this is what you're telling me, but you're really acting like it's your whatever. That's just me being nitpicky, and that Hannah had no issue with it, but I did. That's just me. I am so happy it's done. I do still need to start my 10 chapters of this. I know they both have started. I know one of my friends has already completed the first 10 chapters. I'm pretty sure the other one is in the middle of reading them or whatever. I still haven't started it. So I need to do that, but I'm going to end this vlog here because I do have a lot of clips that I need to edit. I cannot promise when this is going to be coming out. I mean, you'll be seeing it when it comes out, but we're going to be packing this week because we move this week. So I don't know if I'll get any editing done this week because we have to pack. We have a meeting with Will's parents today for dinner. There's just a lot going on. So I am glad that I finished it early and now I can just get all the clips on the computer, edit it once we've moved, maybe. Anyways, all in all, enjoyed the beginning of Hannah Swenson mystery series and then really started to despise it. It became something like a caricature of what it was, and it was grating. But I am going to call it here. I'm hoping to actually still continue to read and that this has not put me off or put me in a slump or anything. So fingers crossed, because I do still want to read, but I have been playing my game a lot, watching a lot of Distractable, hanging out with Will. Took a day off yesterday, so we did spend time together yesterday. That's why I didn't come in, but I also wanted to finish the books. But I've completed my pages for the readathon. I will, once I'm editing, I will put up how many pages I completed for out of my 15,000 for spring equinox, because I don't know as of right now. So hopefully editing me will put that in. But I'm going to end it here. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I'm sorry it's so long and I've ranted a good bit of it during a good bit of it. So I do appreciate if you've made it this far. If you do enjoy my videos, please feel free to give a like and subscribe. I would love to have you here. It really makes my day, and I do love seeing you here. And I will see you in my next video. Not reading this series. Thank gosh. Bye.